It is no surprise, just like in Americas, the way that Sato works the crowd, brings the hype, Billy brings the energy. This is your first, exposure seeing him, in person, and he's a whole character, man.
He has been the main character of Masters London. The showmanship that he's been showing on stage, the confidence despite being a rookie at this event as well. I have been really, really impressed. On the flip side, we have this contrast between him going up against Raga today, who has maybe been lacking a bit of that self-confidence and needs to hype himself up.
Yeah, Raga has been to 4 international events. He has much more experience on these big stages, but it's been this standout success early from Sato. He's been having an absolutely excellent tournament despite showing up for his first ever. And you look across that stage, and what we think about for Raga is instead underperforming in the big matches, getting in his own head, being unable to find his form from VCT-CN, which is so excellent domestically. On the plus side, we've seen good games from him this tournament.
I was going to say.
In their last match, map 2 that breeze, I thought he was excellent.
Instrumental in the comeback there.
Yes.
A couple big rounds that he provided them.
Yes, but when we went to map 3 of that series,
he was nowhere to be found.
Return to the prior. So I do worry today that the mental for XLG will be a big factor when I have absolutely no qualms about Lev being able to keep the energy that they've had all year.
I do worry about the pressure that Raga has been facing every time he goes to a global event, being able to hit that domestic performance like we're saying. But then I also worry towards the Lev side. Being the last Americas roster here at this event, doesn't that come with a little bit of pressure on its own, knowing that you're the last kind of team to fly the flag, I should say?
I saw Sato on the way out. I was like, last squad, hold it down. He was like, all good. So I think they feel okay.
Gotta love it.
I honestly don't think they care, because it's like, even if you get in your head about it a little bit, you get up on stage, Sato starts screaming, you're chilling.
And also, let's not forget too, they're the only LATAM organization, right? Like the team is one of the only teams representing, players that are from LATAM as well as Brazil. So I think they've been feeling that the whole time,
Is there a single match that you can point to where you felt like the pressure was detriment to that? I can't think of.
I can't think of a match. I mean, outside of the Paper X game, but even then,
they bounced back after map 1,
and you just got thrashed by Paper X. So like, that's just life. It happens that way. But for real, this Leviatan team, truly unique, truly fascinating. Both squads really with such incredible journeys. But for more on Sato and how he's feeling today, Jen Lee, the icon herself, had an opportunity to catch up with him to see how he feels.
We have Sato of Lev here with me. Sato, this is your first time facing a CN team. What do you need to look out for?
I think they're really, really aggressive, and they really like individual play. So we just need to be extra careful, because at any time someone could come swinging, and it's kind of, if you're not expecting it, it's kind of surprising.
What about winning over the fans?
Sorry?
What about winning over the fans?
Oh, it's an uphill battle, but I'm trying my best.
Okay. All right, good luck today.
Thank you very much.
If there's one person who can get the fans on his side, it is Sato. So we'll see how that plays through here. But focusing the conversation, though, on XLG, here's the thing, folks. If they manage to pull off this win here today, they will be the only region, CN, with 2 teams in the top 4. And when
why don't they just say China? They keep saying CN. It's so weird.
To be able to get to these points, what is accomplished here, regardless of the circumstance today, is still phenomenal for the region.
Yeah, the lowest average placements every year since partnership until now, and obviously except for 2023, very early on when that was that low for the Pacific region. So I think for this squad, it would not only be a huge influx point for them to make their first top 4, but for China, for the first time ever, for them to have 2 teams that deep in a tournament. There's been so many events that we've talked about being the event for China, getting excited for it. Santiago was supposed to be that. They utterly disappointed. And this one
I think Lev is going to win today. I'm pretty sure.
This is such a massive opportunity for them to do something huge for themselves, but also for the region at large.
100%, and we've had so many of the crowd rooting for this region here at this event as well, which has been incredible to see. I think for me, when I'm thinking about XLG specifically, it's been incredible to watch them spin the narrative for themselves, to spin the narrative of them at global events, going from barely even being able to win a map at global events, now finding themselves in a position where they're just one step away from that top 4 position.
Yeah.
It really is incredible.
Yeah, no, really. I mean, you know, one of my favorite lines is, you know, you went from undesirable to undeniable. And I kind of feel like that's exactly what XLG have done here. No one really was giving them that time of day. And then here they come. They make that time of day for themselves. It's something that you genuinely have to respect. I know I do. I know a lot of us here in London do as well. But for more on this awesome XLG lineup, we have the man known as I Am Leo standing by with Jen Lee.
Here with Leo of XLG. Leo, your opponents today, Lev, they really like to play aggressive and fast, kind of like the CN teams back in your region. Do you think that plays well into your playstyle?
我觉得我研究了他们的比赛，也不全是 rush 吧，但是还是得非常提防他们的 rush， 然后希望今天能够带给大家一场精彩的比赛。
I watched your VOS actually, and I don't feel like every round they played all the rush strats. So, but we still need to be careful about their rush, and hopefully we can play a nice match to you guys.
Okay, thank you so much. Good luck.
In both interviews, the thing that I caught, respect. They know what their opponent is capable of, and they do not want to underestimate them. Let's go ahead and take a look at the results of our MasterCard fan poll. Earlier, we asked you if Leviatan, are going to keep the America's dream alive here. 56.5 say yes, they will, but it's a close one there. Mimi, we're the last two. We're the America's representatives here. So how are we feeling right now about Lev?
I think Leviatan is a favorite in this match. I think their style of being extremely active on defense and having a lot of very strong set plays is going to play well into an XLG that I think plays too far back a lot and will give a lot of respect and space to this team. I think the way they carry themselves on the stage, the confidence they have should also translate in this map. And you combine that with a good map pool, and I think that despite being a rookie squad, I see Lev as a favorite today.
Yeah, I think I would agree. I think as well you have to consider Lev coming into this matchup off of a win versus XLG coming into this matchup off of a loss, and how that actually ends up playing a mental game.
Yeah.
Four of the top 5 players from
100%. I mean, look,
Rookie of the
pressure's
Year
on no matter what.
today.
This is a monumental achievement for both teams. No matter the circumstances, both teams fought so hard to get to this point, and top 4 is on the line. A goal that these players probably never thought would be possible, folks. This is it. Today, 2 teams are going to make top 4. Who's it going to be? Day 10 of Masters London starts right now.
Goes down and now just left down to Leo once more. Not much you can do in a spot like this.
真正的荣耀不在于从不跌倒。
Trying to battle his way out of this one here. Hold on, my God!
而是在于每次重新站起来的勇气。
What's the time ticking? But he's sprinting knife out.
Oh yeah, what a silly
而我
run.
相信我们就是荣耀。
You've got to be joking.
We don't want to go back home. It's still not time yet. We still want to play it more. I think every single match that we've played here was extremely exciting.
我很骄傲我们现在这样的成绩，但是同时也让我们看到我们其实有更大的机会去斩获国际赛的冠军。
I'm really excited to play against XOG. Me and King practiced against them a bunch last year. So it's definitely an odd feeling playing against someone that we got to know. It's really a shame that one of us is gonna have to go home.
利维坦我感觉就像是美洲版的农心吧，他们就是青春风暴。当风暴来袭的时候，就是不知道会发生什么。利维坦，我们准备好了，那你呢？
We're not finished yet. I'm not finished yet.
Heck yeah, let's go.
Show me how to feel alive. defied expectations, but only one can make top 4. It's XLG versus Leviatan.
No matter what happens, one of these teams is going to make history for themselves. For XLG, it'd be pushing farther than they've ever made it in a bracket before to the top 4. For Leviatan, not only holding it down for Latin America, not only holding it down for Brazil, but holding it down for the whole of America's entirety. Today is the day to find out which underdog has the biggest bite.
Both of these teams, a massive opportunity. 4 rookies on the side of Leviatan. Players that have been to globals for XLG, but never this far, never this deep into a tournament. We look back to the maps again, and the elephant in the room is Lotus, the map that XLG dominated in China, that they picked in every match this event, but are on a losing streak, 1 in 3 so far. That, to me, is the influx point of if XLG can fix the issues in time and actually have the depth to go further.
I have to agree. And then when I'm looking at Lev selecting this Haven, as we mentioned before, being able to show diversity in that map pool in one of the most important matches that they will have played this year. XLG banned this against G2. This wasn't a map that they wanted to go to at one point. I'm excited to see what Leviatan pull out for this, considering how dominant they looked on it regionally.
There you can see King.
What's up, Dark Void? How are you?
That his girlfriend gave him. He's going to bring that to the stage with him. He's going to bring a lot to the stage with him. All that experience, all that history, leading these young boys to this championship opportunity could very well be what the doctor ordered for the Emperor.
Only 2 of the men on that stage have been close to this position before. For King with Lev in the past, playing alongside Aspa, some of the other greats of this game, and making deep runs at events. Owner as well, made history early for Latin America, all the way back 2021, that run that put his region on the map. It was King after that, with Lev in Copenhagen to do the same. But now he's back with the next generation of that region, with the best talent the Americas region at large had to offer, and with a huge opportunity to make top 4.
All right, let's get a big game out of King today.
And it is exactly what you'd want and what you'd expect from Leviatan. But Billy, for XLG, you see the audience, you see the creativity, the fans, the people pouring their support for this squad. There's going to be a 6-man on that server, and it's going to be this crowd for XLG.
But you heard from Sato on the other side. He doesn't care about the crowd, whether they're cheering, whether they're not. I think when I look at XLG, yes, I agree. It very much is having that 6th man, as you mentioned, being able to cheer them on. Having so many supporters come around. We see Laxi here on the screen right now, XLG's mascot.
How do I get that hat? I want that. I want that easy. No, folks, this is, you can tell though, right? Now, honestly, my attention gets drawn to that young man on that stage right there, Neon. What a talent. And what we're really going to be looking for is whether or not he's going to bring that cold-blooded mentality that he brought in his debut in Americas here to arguably the biggest match of his career.
It is the biggest match of his career.
Yeah.
For 4 of those players on Leviatan, for everyone on XLG, this is the moment for these guys. Across the stage on XLG.
It's got to feel super surreal just to do this day in and day out.
In the Swiss stage on this map, but they had some days off. I'm looking to see
Good morning,
what
Kazi.
they've
How are you?
adapted on this Haven to be able to compete with Lev today.
For sure. I think when I'm looking at Lev, they've not steered away from the previous composition they were running. I'm expecting Neon
Yeah,
to
I
take
mean,
up
Lev
his
is
extremities with the
0 and
snipers
3 on
this
Lotus at this
chamber.
event,
When I look
but
towards
they've lost to
XLG,
Paper X,
really
Heretics,
only
and
the information that they
Energy,
need to
who
get
are
rid
all
of
very
is
good
that
Lotus
chamber
teams,
strip
and the
across
games have been
map.
relatively
I think
close except for
Raga
the
and
Energy
Noman
one.
have been excellent on this double
So-
duelist, really seeing them lean into this. Jet and Phoenix as their kind of identity.
I don't know if they're
throughout this
actually
event.
bad at
The
Lotus.
pistol rounds have been amazing for XLG
They've just played
so
really
far.
good teams.
11-1 this tournament, a frankly unbelievable statistic. And I think winning one here would be huge. Lev are very reliant on the operator to hold down extremities like you mentioned. Winning a pistol, snowballing early, stops that from being a factor.
All right, London, England, it's time to start the game. Both of these teams have exceeded expectations, but only one will move forward. Let's send it over and get ready for map 1. Here are your casters, Pansy and Hypoc.
All right.
And again, it's hard to not enjoy this legendary run from both sides here, Mike.
Absolutely, yeah.
But it can't go on forever for both teams.
No, absolutely not. I think we have a
Happy
real
Wave
banger
versus
here
Neon is
today.
going to be super
Again,
interesting to
XLG
watch.
For me, I think probably fell victim to familiarity in that previous series. Almost felt like there was a moment where they just sort of ran out of steam and
kind of just realized, oh god, we're playing against
Here we are.
that team.
Yeah.
For Lev, though, what a sensational performance so far. I mean, for me, highlight being Neon and currently sitting around top 5 overall here at the event.
I'm putting Sato up there.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
There's definitely, I feel like there's definitely a world where maybe they play a little bit too slow against the Sentinel, triple Sentinel
For
comp.
me, though, XLG, a couple of individuals have looked shaky. That's ever the discussion with this roster. I think Raga, obviously, the biggest talking point there. Certainly an upsurge for him, but for me, I want to see Lysor, I want to see No Man really deliver today. They're going to need to versus Lev.
Yeah, these boys pack a punch on the left side. Neon with the first attempt and a bit of chip damage done towards Leo. So again, for XLG, just get themselves comfortable in the server, all right? Start feeling it out. Steady themselves. Obviously for Lev, they were the ones that managed to best.
Slow contact for XLG.
Kind of alluding to and
Ooh,
discussing
nobody breaks it.
XLG
Okay,
feeling
they get
the brunt of
scanned.
facing
They're just going to
EG
speed
on
up.
big stages.
Big info with Dart here.
Neon's going to be here
XLG
pretty
just start
soon.
to follow through. Thinking about this on the way in. Happy way up short. Got to find something here.
Yeah, a little surprised that Neon's been pretty much irrelevant to this. A couple of opportunities, a big couple of misses. Blows, however, dives in and out of the
Little
spot, going
whiffy.
down to a 2v2. Spike
Ooh.
going down and Raga. There's your X Factor, your danger man that we're waiting to see if truly hits his peak. King, though, probably one of the only experienced players to this extent, at least on the left side. Checks graffiti. He's got a 1v1, a mistake! And a loss of
Ooh, 10 HP. Nice striking.
pistol round for XLG.
Just don't get pistol.
Nice try.
Versus XLG,
They're
man.
so good.
Even here, was it the first 2 or 3 opening kills go back in favor of Lev after that initial pressure.
One enemy remaining.
Absolutely beautiful from Raga to turn this one around. Again, a real opportunity. Isolates 1 for 3 in that situation,
No
which is
swing.
a godsend.
Ah, that's close.
Really dangerous. And my eyes will continue to look towards Neon here. I want to see him start going early. Felt like he had a couple of chances. The first, it was
5 stack
fair
C.
enough, but after that on the side, he's kind of
Gonna try and anti the
orb.
orb pickup.
Not the end of the world. Going back in
Oh.
on bonus. Well.
Yeah,
The
the darts.
scans
Guys,
5
What is it
people.
with darts recently?
know, man.
Okay.
I have the spike.
Any shooters in chat for that? Like, what's... I want to see where that went.
Where's the code word? Can they get ahead of this, though? See, immediately XLG looked to capitalize on that information.
Flood. Thought No Man there, he was trying to clear towards quad almost, maybe expecting one player to be nearby. And speaking of darts,
Dude, how many people are gonna get scanned? What the fuck is this?
Alright, it's just Sato and Neon. Make it just Neon. Raga's had enough. He's farming up in some of these rounds. And just that one bullet on the Headhunter utilized. And now with the plant in, the options and the chances become minimal.
Try and make a go of this, but as you said, nothing left in the Headhunter.
It's looking like a rank game out there. Nobody's shooting darts.
Easiest target, but will land the headshot here. Converts number 2. Raga, early ultimate found.
That's
Crazy.
Crucial here.
Where is this dart going? Like,
Which one? Oh, you mean the first one?
yeah, they've got like all 5. Was it just a miss?
I think it was. Yeah, but you heard like, what, 2 or 3 classics ringing out towards it. Maybe took an awkward bounce somewhere, but as I said, Raga here, ultimate round 3. Big opportunity to convert. Been a discussion really
Okay,
around XLG's
1-3-1.
pistol success is actually how well they set themselves up.
Trip
to
for
start
top
the
A
half.
short.
Certainly could.
4 stars
that
out.
here.
1 on window. Are they gonna try and walk down here?
Starting here for Lev. Anticipating maybe a
No.
slight adjustment.
Oh, and it's
Close.
Raga.
It's Raga down.
It's Raga
Ooh,
gone.
that is
That
the
early
Phoenix
ult that
ult.
could have been essential. Now removed from the hand, kind of somewhat diminishing this bonus from having further threat perhaps. Spikes in, gorgeous. Knows
Lev
the
has
area
been
to
way
work
ahead
in,
of this
has
so
so
far.
much support. Look at these rotations.
I feel like,
He's got 4 on site.
other than not shooting the darts, I think that Lev has been in the right spot
No
almost
man's
every
land,
round.
it's over towards quad and happy way
Wah.
with 2 back-to-backs. Blows now down on 8. Neon comes in and there.
Big
shutting
shots
it
from
down.
Neon.
The crossfires, the synergies, and the trades.
They were a little
A little bit
lost
of damage.
there. That was really weird.
For XLG to find in this round. Raga again. I was thinking back as well to the other series where with the res up on Lotus dying a number of times here, just caught again. Unfortunate situation. He wants to scale up very quickly to make use of that ultimate. Already intention shown here by XLG in terms of pace.
I love seeing him up out of the chair. I love it. This guy's set on 0 to 3, don't care. Boy's got the round. I'm up. Love a team player. All right, got to keep doing it again. That was the bonus, and as we noted early on, that was
Okay,
without
camera
Raga
break.
There, but spikes it. Oh, he's going
Ow.
for a walk.
Oh my god, he's so
Spikes
aggro.
in. Oh, he's
Oh
got
my god, he's so
Happy
aggro.
Way. Beautiful hit and run.
It's going to spur XLG on towards C here. Got to head for the
Keep
hills.
back
Yeah,
away.
don't want to contest this at all. XLG
Yeah,
reading
just
that early pressure really
Let
well.
the Phoenix time out.
Maybe one of their criticism
Make the
previously,
5v4.
you're not really acting upon that early information. No man looking for something. Yeah, King's going to shut that down.
That's from King to kind of
Good
yes,
pick
give
from
up the
King.
side, maintain some of the, I guess, extremity control for the retake to an extent. To get another go at things, Raga still trying to stand on site, bareheaded. Nice from Neon. He's starting to heat up here, and even just that last round, finding value. Flash on the wall, finds Lysol.
Nicely done by Lev.
Really
That was a
solid on that retake.
very good round from
Very
them.
comfortable. Raga gets nothing for the ultimate. Clears a ton of space, but
The aggro from
secure the site here.
A was really,
Early opener here.
really good. It looks like they were like super sure that it was just going to be the
Solo
Cypher as
endeavor basically
well,
on the back of the
based
dart,
on how he
clearing
played
early
that.
Space, but
I'm not
Spikes
sure what the read was, but they just knew that he
totally
was going to be
disrespecting any sort of
by
hold
himself.
outside of lobby. Might actually force a little bit of an adjustment here.
About there.
Let's see, 4 towards mid.
Is there any difference between high sense and low sense? I mean,
Sheriff's-
a lot of like the
Sheriff's
best aimers that you see
playing with
use
you.
pretty
Leo
low
does have Hunter's
sense.
Fury, though.
I think it's definitely preference though.
Similar start
Like
here. 3 outside.
a lot of the shooting is like kind of like small micro adjustment and crosshair placement, which makes low sense pretty good.
I mean,
But I think it also kind of depends on what agent you play. Like, if you play really low sense and you play Neon, it can be pretty hard.
Generation of Valorant in mind. They are making this hurt, and XLG going to struggle to get off the starting blocks.
Total disregard for the anti-eco as well.
I love how
I think as well, XLG, you have a
I
couple
love
of rounds now
how
where they just have
Lev
to be more aware early on.
mixes in their aggros.
Yes, a lesser buy, but they're just hoping to get away with what a
They
freebie
just
into
like
Garage here.
they keep you off guard because
Certainly some
they throw in an
good
aggro
scores.
every now and then, and it just makes it really hard to read like
Early on
when
here
you're
for Lev will
supposed
get
to
themselves one to the good.
default and when you're supposed to go quickly.
And spikes in, I guess I don't want to say stack, but the walk down too long. And again, they are so aggressive. There's no rest for the Wicked, and they're being herded by the Hunter's Fury. Neon in the meantime found no man. This is
It's
a
nice.
fight on
They get
two
aggro on the other
fronts.
side of the
You
map
could
with the
not
operator.
succeed
They push them
any
into the
further
op. The
if
op
you
gets a
were
pick, gets out.
We're going to be joined
Super
out here
early
as well.
advantage.
We prevented from making any progress on the back of
And
that.
find happy way.
And all that distraction to get maximum value
Yep.
off the Hunter's Fury as well.
It's been really good so far from Lev. Good calling.
3v5 now. Don't really have anybody to pressure towards. They'll have to dig King out of the window. Catch up to Sato though.
Where's that temptation for King?
The bad molly from
Heard
Murga.
so much of this now as well. But maintains composure. Smoke fade. That boy not going to get a freebie.
You see Spikeson wants to swing that. You can see him.
I mean, these guys are aggressive. It feels like it's just in their blood the way they play, but trying to keep their cool to not give over opportunities to even it up to a 3v3.
I mean, seems like a lifetime ago, but still 30 seconds left on the clock here for XLG to recover.
30 seconds left.
Fast.
Coming into the chamber. His teleport is reset. Still has trip for a long.
A very deep anchoring position for Neon. Doesn't want to overstay either or go too far ahead and get caught in that. So again, they can focus on playing towards this retake. For XLG, they need to catch one a
chip
little ahead
damage.
maybe here. Lowe's does have the reveal ready.
Breaks trip, comes back to the team.
Spikes him to come back now.
And take the
Has dealt with
4v3
trip,
out
so
of
it'll pull
spawn.
Happy way away from the site, just to consider the
deep.
possibility of a flank.
Yep.
At the moment, it's only Raga on the site. He's got so much
Oh,
to
he's-
do and so little
He's
support.
hosed.
No way anyone could trade onto that with the smoke coming in towards quad. They have completely cleared front sight. Spikeson knows what's secure and what's safe. They can focus towards sewer. They can focus towards quad. And at the moment, there's nothing really threatening them here. Lysa and Happyway gonna have to dig deep if they want a chance at this.
This is
Not
nice.
gonna happen, Lev.
Very nice from
I
Lev.
am enamored with this side.
They look very comfortable in this map.
Display here. Again, allow this threat to build in the backline. Swaxon goes towards, deals with the trip.
Very,
Happyway,
very
I mean,
comfortable
he has
on
to
this
come
map.
and check it. Raga completely isolates on site, and then he's got 4 members of Lev pressuring through. Really well executed by Lev here. It will be a timeout from XLG. On the brink of Raga's second ultimate, and a couple more to boot, so will be available this follow-up round. Doubt we'll see force out. I mean, potentially, actually, with No Man being one away from the Blade Storm, they might just force up here.
I think
maybe a different discussion, but you got to talk bigger picture here, and it feels like I've got to say, Lev are doing everything right.
XLG needs to target B site.
I like that they're taking fights here and there. I like that they're very aware of.
They've got two characters.
Deep, not overextending, not leaving him on an island.
They've got two characters that can get vertical.
What is their Coinbase win condition here, really? Is there anything that comes to mind easily?
They don't have to deal with paranoia from like backside.
Around these ults, this is a fantastic position to be in.
Going the long lines is pretty difficult because of this guy right now.
I mean, Neon's comfortable here.
I think they should definitely be looking to exploit B site a little bit.
Ultimate available. Again, Lev just looks so comfortable finding these opening picks.
Yep.
XLG, whether or not they want to stack up on one side and challenge this. Again, doesn't feel comfortable. You see that sort of execution down C long. We saw previously.
Odds for either team to win. I would say Lev probably is like a 65-35 for this game, personally.
In complement with the aggression down C long. I really like it. They're not resting on them, sitting for that dream scenario. But let's see if XLG have come up with maybe a
whoa, 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 whoa.
You can't cure that. Neon does finally get overrun, stuck around on the B side.
Damn, it's almost like I know what I'm talking about. I don't, but it's almost like I do.
Yeah. Sato on towards Raga.
You go B.
And there's the ult. Sato gonna just
put the pressure on.
Wants to try and get a trade going. No Man overwhelms, spikes in, clears him. King in the back lines.
Ooh, they needed that one.
Guillotine comes down, spots out the last man standing. Yes, Leo does well, but to get back towards denying this defuse would be miraculous. He's trying. He's trying everything.
Oh, they got off. Getting off there is kind of nuts.
To stack up here and take a 2v1. Actually giving up.
Can XLG win a game? They can definitely take a map, yeah.
That felt close.
Yeah, very close. Luckily shut down. In real threat in this round, though. I mean, beautiful opening here from Neon, but No Man.
Yeah, I think they need to continue working B here.
Follow through here.
Yeah, great reaction from No Man there. Actually,
go show C, like go get your orb C, come back hit B, or show A, come back hit B. Gonna walk down mid.
Eyes towards Raga. Again, a crucial round previously where he shut down ahead of being able to use it, and again the other round I believe towards C where King's able to just get off site. Really sets in motion the retake there.
They want to be disruptive, Mike. Look at Spike Scene. And they've not done this. They've been aggressive everywhere, but this point Spike Scene left to his own devices, but put down
he had the timing, maybe got a little bit too aggressive.
At quelling some of this aggression.
Neon's got to respect this drone as well. Doesn't know exactly now with Spike Scene falling what's really developing behind that pick.
I mean, they've taken so much space. King all the way down here.
Get the information here off the neural theft. Might just see them.
Gonna speed up A.
Green light. Head straight towards blows.
He wants to stick around.
A good dart.
Into the smoke here. Does he? A flash, but he's still standing. Okay, gets cleared. Very heads up work from XLG. That's a lovely site take. That is what you can set your watch to, sort of stuff. But now, Plant should be next.
Put the Phoenix ult in. I mean, I think it's fine.
Look, he's pretty far.
It'd be funny if XLG lost but maintained their near flawless pistol record. Yeah, I mean,
and that's
it would just kind of show that maybe their gun rounds are not that good.
Here. It's allowed to at least get a bit of a cushion. And like I said, they have to chip away at that string of rounds that Lev have built up now.
Blocking vision.
Still going to be able to get operators out on the side of Lev. It's a very good indicator. I mean, whether or not they can greet the aggression once more. This is Spikes in again on a solo endeavor. Usually good for one in that situation we've seen previously, but I don't know, that is one that maybe causes Lev to be a little more coordinated. Send an extra body.
So that's what it looked like, right, when they were doing it down like C long.
The issue is that, I mean, Spikes doesn't spot anything else behind No Man, so it doesn't give any sort of indicator as to what the default looked like or where they were stacked up.
I guess the only other caveat to that is the fact that King was able to walk C long pretty early, but again,
okay.
You're kind of clutching.
I didn't really like the money. I assume Lev maybe has to save now. They might have one more round before their money's broken.
And a good break in the chain as well for XLG. That's good for them to not feel like this is going to snowball out of control.
Oh, their money's insane still. They're totally fine. King is 6,000. Jesus.
Maybe Neon to get on a deeper line. I don't know, he goes forwards maybe off the back of the drone, but Happy will be there, similar position where he fell earlier on. XLG just poised.
Okay, they see the chamber.
Walk out onto the map.
Well, they've identified at least where Neon is, right? So operator likely to be noted off the back of that too.
Okay, dart used.
Does it change a thing?
I assume XLG comes back into the space now. Yeah, they're gonna cage, cross, probably. Oh, no, they're not.
XLG starting a group now.
They're just gonna give up A. Okay.
He's curious to see as well, Sato.
Okay, trying to drone the chamber off the line.
Want to offset the C side hold.
As they get ready for a C hit.
Shouldering here, he'll get the
What is
information.
Noman doing? Oh, he comes over to make it look a little bit more believable. Okay, instant drone clear.
The steeper position.
Instant drone clear from blows.
There's a third player already. Spike's in here towards spawn.
I'm curious if he can get away in time because they want to hold the site. They've actually kind of taken towards back site this time. They want to fight them on the site itself. Happy Way does well, but it's instantly denied by Spike's scene. Follow up, stunning.
Nice shot from Noman.
Right back at you. Spike does get recovered. Smoke still in the drop. Happy Way, beheading blows, and now the plant is there. Time on their side, and Neon's got to go wild.
How did King die so quickly? It looked like he was in a good spot on logs.
I mean, he was spotted so late with the
drone.
He got
instantly killed by Happy Way.
C hit coming through that they're going to be anticipating him from from the mid side at least.
It looked like Happy Way killed him. I'm super curious what the angle was.
Give this one up now. Actually, will sit ahead of the trip. I mean, you can TP behind it, but
do you think Lev might pump the brakes for a timeout to see if they can work out kind of this default potentially, or do you think they're still happy enough?
I think we're already seeing the adjustment here where they're certainly taking their time. They know that XLG are going to be anticipating this aggression now. Don't expect to see Spike's in going forward actively solo at least. I mean, talked about the set piece with the Hunter's Fury. That's certainly something they could lean towards. I don't think it's there just yet. And
oh, what is that?
for me, it's Spike's in two beautiful
what is that angle? I didn't even really see him on the screen.
Today. Certainly back in form here.
He's doing really good at kind of playing spoiler almost, right? We saw it with the aggressive walk down middle. That little look towards the site take as well. He's there, he's present. He's the one diving in towards B. These are kind of workhorse moments from him. Operator for Neon, still obviously there. Simplistic in stance on this approach towards A. 3 on the other side and a good balance.
Yeah, I see a bunch of people.
This guy never knows when he's dead.
Oh, the dart. The darts are getting so much value.
Oh my God, that shot
nice from blows. What a fight from Lev.
Compounding the problems that XLG have. This time, players were in the right place at the right time. And
what a fight from Lev. Very, very nice.
The value they're able to get off some of this util just in and amongst the aggression. Lev are so good at executing like this. Again, XLG given a couple of rounds to breathe, right?
Spike down A.
Have some space to sit back and be comfortable. This lobby crunch, absolutely perfect from Lev. Spike's in 14 and 7 right now. He's having a stellar first half. At the forefront of most of these set pieces for Lev. No surprises there. Just to continue that trend now. Has to be careful. I mean, Hathaway able to.
Okay, King under pressure again. They've got a lot of ults. Okay, he's just gonna fall off. Makes sense. The fact that he goes back out with the headhunter is nuts.
No one back sight now.
They've got so much retake util.
Let's go up here to do a little bit of chip.
Naughty.
Adjustment here of the plant.
Here comes
Sato.
Yeah, Sato wants in. It's Neon to connect towards Raga. Blows on the follow-up side, getting absolutely shredded as Happy Way. Oh no!
It's nice. It's nice from Lev. I mean, it's going to be impossible to hold the site when you have that many ults.
The flank coming through. Diffuse is going to be there. Put it on a show now. And finding these adjustments.
I mean, as soon as they get the green light here, I mean, just look at the kill feed within, what, a second and a half. Everything so well coordinated by Lev. At least previously things...
Oh, tag as well on
necessarily aligned. I mean, even as little things like the flash onto the second blow from the Hunter's Fury. It's just fantastic to watch the synergy. The precision as well.
They used 3 ults or 4 ults there?
XLG,
they used all of them.
Broken by Blade Storm. Raga just missing
The
one.
doable if XLG gets 5? Yeah, for sure.
12. Not necessarily seen big value of that ultimate just yet. But at least we've seen him cycle through it.
Yeah, they're still looking for the burst on C. King's not moving, standing and holding his home of the C site. Left in unison, getting together. The reveal stunning, spikes in. He's here. Pushed up on the other side. Can be difficult for them to find value now.
Wait, he ulted. What?
Oh, how do they make it look?
Dude, Rarga's Phoenix ults have been super questionable.
Lev just looks so well drilled, embracing this chaos, and XLG just
That's a crazy place to ult. Just in the middle of the choke point.
8-4 lead here for Lev, and well deserved. XLG a few rounds here, they showed it, but again, just look at the value from the utility. So many reveals, setting up so many free kills for them.
Yeah, being a real joy to watch here, Lev. Loving what they're doing. As said, this young generation, hard to look away from. And XLG with 4 have a little bit of buffer, but it's not a lot to play with. But it is Lev's map choice, so don't think it's over just yet. There is still plenty of room for them to work. But on the side switch, XLG have to lock this down so early. They have to hit the ground running here, Mike. So again, as soon as we are ready, I think Frankie might be standing by. Once we get the green light for that, we'll be going over to it, but I think Sato's letting them know as well. However, let's hand it over to Frankie to take pause for thought.
I found 8-Bit Things, and this is your first time in London, isn't it?
This is my first time.
How are you finding it?
It's awesome, the people are nice, and beans on toast, I think that's insane.
You rate the beans on toast?
Yeah.
Well, I can't eat the beans on toast. It affects me in a way I'm not going to discuss on the broadcast in front of everyone. Tell me, though, Valorant has taken you all around the world. How does London compare to previous events?
I feel London is a lot better because the people are nice, you know. And anywhere you go, you hear a lot of stories, right? And every person is so expressive and loud. I mean, it's such a vibe.
You're describing me, I think.
Walk in and hear like 10 stories.
I've got only 30 seconds, so I want to ask you, who are you supporting now? Because I imagine you were a global esports fan. Who is the team for you now?
For this match, I think it's Lev.
You like the Fast and Furious?
I like Sato, he's a vibe.
Yes, he's always a vibe. Very, very quickly, indeed, I need to ask you, Valorant Masters Mumbai, can we make this happen?
Hopefully next year, maybe?
Oh, fingers crossed. Let's go backstage and pitch it. Okay, let's head back to the stage.
Man, I love this. Sato's already getting the crowd riled up here today. Certainly winning hearts and minds, and you can see it in the server too. It's a belief system behind Lev.
Back to XLG though, their work cut out for them. And lacking a little in some areas here. Like I said, I mean, fighting really hard for some rounds, but this coordination from Lev outclassing them in some of these retakes. Spike seen 17 and 8, and again, just to come back as well, blows with 10 assists. You see the number of times he is setting up these freebies.
All right, XLG. The mark has been drawn at 8-4, and Leo gonna find Neon. A good scalp to claim at the start
yeah, it's a
of
big opener.
Round.
Winning that duel down A long.
Good on these. So if you think there's a team that could,
Masters Mumbai is not happening. Unlucky.
Very much likely could be them. However, Lev still.
Area. There they are.
Need to be careful here, Blows. Is there with the spike? Well, spun out one at least, and now a second.
Doesn't care.
No, it's bravado aplenty, isn't it? The way they play, such confidence.
Happy way gonna find 2 though. Tato spikes in with 4.
Dude, their pistols are insane.
It's just King left here in the pistol. No man will find the headshot. Another conversion here, flawless at that for XLG.
They are so good at pistol rounds. It is second.
Sometimes you just have players that are just better with pistols than other people. It's like Primi, Durka, Happyway.
Open as well. Just looking to pressure. Onto A-Long, gets beheaded. Can they stretch this a little further? Again, to follow from round 3, it was 5 rounds in response by Lev in that first half. Need a little more from XLG this time around. Going to be looking for a pick here, actually very quickly into Garage. I mean, I saw an Hathaway chance to be overwhelmed considering it's an SMG and a Sheriff.
And they're trying to stick around. The paranoia is there. Lightor, you've got to be really careful. This is not really your sight just yet, but luckily Leo's going to catch the push through on Garage. Potato dives in, Sato with a second, and spikes in!
What?
Making this look doable! But No Man is not on the site. He was elsewhere. He took the long
The right clicks are crazy.
So Spikeson's got time, but he doesn't know that.
I'm out of here.
They've got a spike here. He's desperate to bait out a peek. No Man actually. Again, we've cleared a lot of space here. Won't be expected now on this timing from CT.
That's really nice. Oh, the turn!
Ooh, the Outlaw.
No Man again!
Outlaw is the difference maker.
Impact is paramount.
Spikesy was looking here so long as well. He's just backing up. He's thinking he has to be coming from long. Catches. No Man just coming back through CT. But again, though, one of these trades onto the side, leveraging so well. Spikesy back-to-back right clicks.
Dangerous little smile there.
Looking calm and composed as well.
Go, go, go.
Rifles now in hand. I mean, you look at XLG, what they're going to be bringing in here, have to protect the purchase going forwards. They're going to be able to obtain that springboard. Round 2 conversion. I mean, barring any miracles.
Okay, that's a show of force. Should be able to read into that pretty well. And now he's just got to hold the room. It's a player spotted again. They're pushing. That's not the man he thought he saw. So now
Good. Need some help.
They're just going to double down. No Man taking the find me on. If anything, this should
he's getting
spur on
pinched.
the seaside take.
King,
can he survive? No. Happyway's got him dead.
Uh-oh.
This bonus gets incredibly scary now.
Uh-oh.
The upgrades here, rifles in hand for Lysor and Raga. Spikesy can't go any further because of this trip. Now will be revealed, but...
What do you think a player needs to do to get into pro play? Just grind rank? No. You need to play tournaments.
Sato trying to offset the tempo, but he's going to be...
You gotta make a little stack or join a team. You gotta play. You gotta play in a team environment. Ranked is pretty useless.
Oh, can't do it again. Left suffer casualties, but they claim the round.
The only way you're gonna make a pro team by grinding ranked is if you literally just hit #1 like over and over and over and over. You gotta be like #1 on the leaderboard like permanently. For a long period of time.
It's a real shame. Again, beautiful open here from Lee.
Like actually #1. Not #3, not #5, actually #1.
Maybe gonna fall short here in terms of disrespecting those upgrades, but able to course correct.
It's just that like spicy blows combo for me right now that is hard to look past. So XLG, it's got to start now. No Man gonna get caught with a little bit of chip on the way out of that early peak. First up through Garage for Sato. Going to be mostly space taking here. Does he get any info on the back? Yo!
What?
What on earth is that, Sato? It was meant to be information at best.
But he dealt with the trip and just neither player ready. Bit of a blunder here from XLG.
Insta save. Insta save. He just deleted them.
You don't get back in here.
No.
He just fully deleted them,
I don't know
man.
if they just completely misread it. We're out of... asleep at the wheel there, Mike, and what a pivotal round to completely lose focus in.
Have to hold on to this operator now. No Man
Hey coach, I was playing the game for almost 2 years off and on, hard stuck bronze, but last 2 months I lowered my sense and now I'm in gold 1. Any tips for the future? Yeah, just play a bunch of DMs. Become a good shooter. You basically need to like exclusively focus on mechanics until you can hit like diamond or so, and then you can start thinking about like actually
sitters in spawn,
playing a little bit of Valorant to some extent.
What's been conned here?
Oh.
That's crazy.
I mean, what, maybe they hear the molly and they think, yeah, he's mollied off window to go all the way onto site,
but yeah, I mean, good work. Big improvements like that feel nice.
Pressure that they're under.
I'm going up, taking that back. That'll work.
So what's the buy going to end up looking like?
I mean, they cycle one rifle across, but
what are my thoughts on Lev Lotus?
I don't think so.
It hasn't been great.
They're going to do what they can.
It hasn't been great.
Nice, all gonna be
I'm a little worried they might play too slow to deal with XLG.
and Lev looking.
This is all in. Very
But
direct.
also,
they're not really.
I think Leverage is a better team.
It's
So
going towards this A side of the map now. Where's
they
the
should
read
have
right
some
now? It's
ideas
individual.
of how to deal
What's
with
happening to XLG here?
the comp at this point.
I'm
Just not expecting bodies behind that. I mean, it's obvious he's baiting off the drone here to get tagged.
these mistakes are starting to make some real issues, and Lev are going to lap it up.
They're kind of just getting picked apart right now.
You're going to be forced to save
Like I
on this.
said, I just think that Lev is a better
XLG,
team.
This is a horrible way to lose a bit of focus here.
Operators to be considered.
Do spin bots exist? I have no idea.
There's 5 standing for Lev. Talks about that financial lead they're able to establish very early on in the first half. Again, the bounce back looking near on perfect for them here as well.
These are just such confidence builders too, aren't they? You just feel like you can do anything you want. I mean, Raga...
Like you said, though, here it's that double swing. I'm okay with that being to check a second player, but it's so obvious that Spikes is baiting off that drone. You have to be together.
Yeah, it's...
There has to be something to set that in motion. It's what, a dry swing onto the tag?
This random kind of off topic, do you have a take on whether or not people actually wish ranked was more like pro play, or if they just think that's what they want? I think I think people just want to run around and shoot in ranked. Like, there are people who want it to be more serious and like they want people to calm and they want to be organized and stuff, but I would say the majority of the player base just wants to run around and shoot.
Again, that little push up from Sato in the previous round was
And there's basically nothing that you can do that will make people
a lack of focus.
I mean, they're stacked up.
Change their mind on that.
From the get-go here is to challenge
because like that's the part of the game that feels good to just like the average person is just running around and shooting.
Behind that opener, but yeah, a little bit off there, and it's just taking into account the previous round where there's clearly a miscom or a total misread of the situation. So lots to consider now coming out of this timeout. Said Olds to play with, Raga just missing one, the Blade Storm here, but I think it's really gonna offset this by an awful lot. I mean, Happyway's going to get a rifle. You look at what else here. They're going to be missing one once more, whether or not No Man's happy to just take a lesser weapon and make use of the Blade Storm. I mean, what, Leo came in with a classic in the previous, so they were happy to force up around.
I think
previous bad buy.
But I'm a little nervous seeing
I made a video a while back about how I think that the state of ranked and just kind of like the nature of the game and ranked in general encourages us to be very
getting into a very scary position here, Lev, and the way they've done it is quite impressive.
Duelist heavy.
So the attention this round
it,
is
like,
on XLG.
it's kind of like
on the same
not only
page.
have
You
like the
cannot
buffs and nerfs of
fall
agents
asleep
pushed
now.
us to be like a duelist meta, but I think just the way that people interact with the game
XLG
is like pushing towards a duelist
coming
meta.
out from Leo. And it does get a bit of information on this, but they didn't get that secondary punch.
I can't believe that didn't tag.
Because like if you looked at ranked, you usually have 2 duelists, maybe 3 per
A
team.
little bit of aggression.
The smoke is always Clove, who's basically a duelist.
Be able to heal up that.
The only real initiators that you get are like Sova, and sometimes Fade, sometimes a Sky, I guess.
Passive line.
So it's like a lot of just running it down. Smokes are essentially always Clove, sometimes Omen. Nobody plays Astra, nobody plays Harbor, nobody plays like the macro agents. Sentinel is like usually a chamber, if there is a Sentinel at all. So the vast majority of ranked games are just like basically 5 duelists on either side. So it's kind of no wonder that most players are just like duelist players. And it's kind of no wonder that the game is very like shooting based and very much like less focused on utility and combos and stuff like that.
To potentially trap
20 seconds.
Burst into B. Slow it down at least.
Certainly does. Shock Dart's going to do some decent work here, but the pop on the back of this light.
What a shot.
Trying to hold the line, going to lose his life.
What a shot.
Still alive, 10 seconds.
Oh my god, Lysor. What the hell?
Been quiet until this point, but what a way to roar back to the stage now as King out of time. He's going to get a 1v1, but for No Man, his options are clear. It's simply to live.
Time for Lysor to what double his kills here.
That's crazy. He just anchored
XLG up to
against
7.
a bunch of people running in with a Guardian.
I'm just overthinking this one ever so slightly. Again, there's no clear option, especially with the info they have after that initial 1-for-1. But waiting a little too long. I may be anticipating XLG to go forwards. Again, as we can see, with a very passive hold on C, it's never going to happen. They're just looking to control towards mid, stop any sort of threat developing
targets detected.
Onto the B site.
Go, go, go! Getting to crunch time though, isn't it? Spikes in. Just gonna get that one out.
He got stuck.
Yep.
He got stuck with the arrow. That's funny.
An early show of force towards A main.
They're
Reaction
just trying to
coming
bait
in.
them in. They want them to repeat some of these angles.
Spikes in's at 23-12. I don't blame him.
Clear discussion had as well for that timeout. XLG do not want to entertain any sort of chaos or brawl in the open round, but re-exploration.
You hope this is the tournament that convinces you to follow China? I mean,
the operator on a much deeper line.
there's only so many hours in the day.
Great catch up to Spikesy.
As somebody who has watched every single region, it's a lot. There's a lot of games to follow.
We know they are willing to pressure this. We know Sato's success doing this. He's got Raga.
Little Phoenix
Already
diff.
waiting on the other side. Yes, Lysor's here, but again, they've already started to thread the needle towards his C site.
They're going into Happy Way.
He's going to be picked up on it, but Leo with a great shot. Going to deny him 30
This is not going to go well for Lev.
Backline pressure. And speaking of backline pressure, No Man is on the way. Slow and steady, he'll get there. But the site has issues.
Although,
and surprised that maybe Sato. Sensational for the young man. And he wants more. Hungry for the fourth.
Although, maybe it doesn't matter.
Hold on, No Man's here, but
It's the ace. Insane. Wait, did his Phoenix ult snap back?
Eternity here. Just when you think No Man can actually get back behind the reset. What a round from Sato.
Oh no, it was the very end of his ult. That's
just
crazy.
At the last second.
Don't forget what happened to G2.
Massive turnaround. And this was an advantage situation for XLG. Again, a Guardian here that just can't hold down that sort of pressure. Coming out of the smoke towards CT. Raga caught off guard once more. Ults to play with here, but the buy is just awful for XLG.
Oh, it's shambolic, isn't it? Oh.
A look at the focus towards mid and B now. Really hedging their bets.
Doesn't need much encouragement, really doesn't. And all the attention
Try to break the
gets
trip,
drawn
they
towards Garage,
do.
right? Kind of conditioned by what Sato's been doing. They have to
Gang
react
looking
to it
for
now.
the Cypher cam.
Should be quickly quelled, and it is. Spikes in removes any further fact-finding.
It doesn't even tell them anything either.
No. Spikes in's in mid. That's again followed up with the info on Garage.
He's able to command so much respect.
This A
Look at
position from
everybody else
Leo
on
is
the
pretty
minimap.
big.
It's just him.
It's holding a lot of space.
Posturing up.
But only kind of holding space.
Go huge though.
It could.
30 seconds left.
Oh,
That's it.
oh, they're checking everything. And Spikes in hasn't really.
Oh!
This point.
Uh-oh.
They're walking on water, Mike. It's all
It's-
looking so
it's
good.
over.
3 still alive, and you already noted the buy was far from ideal. With 13 seconds.
Masters
they made
Grand
the
Final
right
and CS
guess
Major
to
Grand
go
Final are on
today.
the same day. Yikes.
I guess everybody's still just expecting somebody behind Spikes. He's just running away with this now.
Oh my god, that's illegal. That is illegal.
All coming apart here for XLG.
That is illegal.
It's just Raga. A 1v5.
I thought Neon was dead,
required here
guys.
To extend play on Haven.
Oh, Raga, nowhere to run.
I thought Neon was dead. I thought the agent was trash. No? Is the agent playable? I forgot.
Beautiful morning. Beautiful morning.
Yeah. They definitely need Lysar to step up. They need Lysar to step up if they're gonna do anything big here. Okay, I'm gonna go make myself some breakfast. I'm starving. I will be back shortly.
You're a coach owner of Lev owner. What was the key to forcing XLG into uncomfortable positions? Because you guys didn't really give them that many options or that much space to play around with.
I think that Haven is a solid map, you know. I think that we have a bigger map pool than many people think. We are not only a team that want to play like a split or ascent. We have like a really good map pool, really balanced. And we are showing our cards on the tournament. I'm happy that the boys playing very well. We just execute our game plan perfectly.
Do you see this as a guaranteed win for you?
No, there is not such a thing as a guarantee win. Now we have to play a very strong map of the opponent. So let's see.
All right, thank you and good luck.
Thank you so much for that, Jen. Yes, Leviatan managed to pick up the win on Haven in dominating fashion. And even though we saw a good start for XLG, picking up those 2 pistols, maybe that could have been something to get going with. No, instead, it was Spike and the boys in Leviatan that absolutely ran it down. And Billy, it is incredible to see Leviatan just sticking to the game plan, and Coach Owner saying, we got plenty more to show. We have balance.
Yeah, I love to hear that. And I love to hear the confidence coming in from them as well. As you mentioned, Spike's in having an absolutely incredible map here, but also Blows in the way in which Blows was being able to set the rest of his team up. I don't know how many times XLG just weren't shooting out those recon darts and getting caught off the back of those trap plays.
Yeah, taking a look at the timeline here, I want to pay attention to what rounds XLG are winning. They only got 7 on this map. 4 of those are coming from the pistol and from the anti-eco after that. If you look at their playoffs run as a whole, all 3 matches that they've played, and you're comparing the pistol, anti-eco after you win it, and the bonus round to the rest of their rounds, 37% of their round wins are from the first 3. These guys are pistol merchants. It's what's gotten them this far.
Hey.
And I think when they regress to the mean, which will eventually happen,
yeah. Hey, you noted that earlier in the pre-show. You were talking about the pistols and how, yes, it was a good thing that they were picking them up, but it also was part of the problem because they weren't able to get value in the other areas as well. But here's the thing, though, folks. One thing that stuck to all of us was the aggression, the way that Leviatan were playing, the plays that they were creating, the little moments. This one in particular was super sick, Billy. It was just a cool setup to just get Happyway off of this position so that they could put Spike right where they needed him to be.
For sure. You actually see Shock Dart backed up with this as well to get rid of the Cypher chip just in case there wasn't a player holding it. But it was these kind of rounds in the early game that helped Lev build up that momentum. You see the round just then where they push out A. Then you see the next round where they do some form of trap play in mid. And then the round after this, they decide to push the next extremity that's left on this map. It is, of course, C. I think for me, it was just really impressive how they were able to constantly catch XLG off guard. And it's not like these things were really ever being exploited by XLG either. It always felt like they were caught by surprise.
I think the issue for me is that XLG often on their attack sides across maps like playing with a very strong, clumped strong side, normally playing like 4-1s or 3-1-1s. So it's kind of difficult for them when they see aggression to actually be able to quickly react onto the other side if the pack is there. And Lev, by going for these aggressive picks, by constantly giving them issues with these set plays, meant that XLG was permanently on the back foot in that first half, and Lev just got to snowball it despite losing both pistols.
Haven's the type of map that allows you so many options to get really creative. You have a lot of lanes to work with, but guess what? So do you have the same thing in Lotus. So the good news is, though, this is a good map statistically, historically for XLG. The bad news is, I think, well, not in this event. Yes, maybe. And I was going to get to that point. But now as we go into this here, you got a Leviatan that's playing with the utmost confidence. And on top of that, you have an XLG knowing that that Leviatan is feeling the this Lotus game is obviously make or break here, and XLG, you have to be feeling it.
I think for me, I actually find a lot of confidence in Lev choosing to start on the attack here, going up against this triple sentinel composition. I think that shows that they just completely disrespect what XLG are trying to put down in front of them. We also highlighted how XLG, at times, were liking to fight in front of that sentinel utility in their previous game. This time round, I want to see them playing a bit more passive and being aware of Leviatan's explosiveness.
I think that's the answer of over towards C. But when I'm looking at their game yesterday against EDG and the previous one against G2, the big issue was when they were playing passive A holds. They had no way to hold against that. The read that they changed into against EDG was put Raga there, put him with an operator, but he got ran down by Edward Gaming. Lev should look to do the same in this half. Weaknesses have been shown, time to exploit them.
Every single time, though, you count out XLG, they find a way to bounce back. Is that going to be the case here, or will Leviatan shut it down? Let's send it back over to your casters, Pansy and Hypoc.
Well, they've got to find a way right about now. Lev have already established they are an aggressive team. They know what they want, and they're here to win. But Mike, looking at Lotus, do you see a world here for XLG where a reality can actually turn this around for them?
I really do, yeah. I mean, XLG, for me, they've just fumbled way too many times on Lotus. You expect coming back in here for it to be much comfier pick versus Lev, who are sitting at 0-4 this year, but they've got to tighten up some of these defensive rounds. Again, this composition sits in a really weird spot where it really shines on the attack, but the defensive anchoring just didn't look good enough for me. Unfortunately, Lev, I think with the pace we saw on map 1, certainly not going to be given much freedom here, even in the opening half.
No, and a very big amount of damage done towards Happy Way. And this is with keeping in mind XLG's excellence in pistols. They've had to give up C site, which now you can see the caution that Lev are displaying, because there could have been people behind that. There could have been more to this. But with that initial headshot handed out, it's done incredibly well. And it should be noted pretty soon. The smoke will keep some vision removed, and they actually are walking this. Happy Way reads it very, very diligently. To get healed up, but gets pressured again. Back in on the fight. Secured enough time now for a plant.
Let's get pretty aggressive here towards the spawn. Happy Way still hasn't made progress back in towards the site just yet. Conscious of a lurk, it is there. Hasn't shown his head just yet.
No, it feels like a really long way off, so they've got to hope that these 4 players on the C site can hold back the flood that XLG want to start with. Neon going to be noted, Paranoia up, trying to back away if he can. They want to hunt him down. You can see all that util just to force him back, but it's Happy Way with a great delivery. Neon can
oh shit.
at least trade that out, but still that flank is en route. Stop it, Neon, you're not meant to get that. Started and denied. Left looking to turn the tides here.
Uh-oh, pistol down, pistol down.
Pistol round this time, not XLG.
Next to nothing. I mean, Happy Way finds a kill, but it's not across the site just yet. Then war comes up, and there's just enough pressure over the top of it.
Uh-oh, pistol down.
Maybe a little bit of a different investment here. Maybe could have cut sight lines long enough to at least get a half. Refight back off that.
Yeah, the comp has not been working. The Lotus has not been working.
Great decision though from Lev to go hyper aggressive and allow this lurk to really, really build up pressure.
Oh, that paint shell. Send them scarpering away. Heavy, heavy stack here.
No man, Leo ate that.
Yeah, no man getting the heal. Leo not going to have that one available. And that's going to be first player really spotted here. Oh, God. Keep your head down. Oh, I saw getting traced in bullets, basically. And they're trying to refight on this to maybe alleviate some of the stress of it, but Spike's in, putting on a show. It's all too simple so far. As King, yes, will be noted in his position now. Maybe information for further on, but the round certainly looking highly likely for Lev. It's King just going to find Happy Way. So, 4 standing, I'm concerned.
Yeah, you got to be concerned, even with pistol round win rate XLG have. Not necessarily set them up for many advantages on the halftime, and also those fumbles.
One enemy remaining.
Praying to God, Lev can't drag this any further. A bonus conversion. Feel awful here for XLG. Only 2 kills to note in the opening couple of rounds here, so no early ult progress. To really bolster this C-site hold in terms of util, but it might just pop straight into B here.
Yeah,
looking very pacey.
But, I mean, you can see it can be disrespected pretty comfortably. Sato already on site and looking to extend further. Spike Scene is landing these shots like they're easy for him. Oh man, this guy's built a little different.
Dude, Spike is in crazy form today.
But Lancer's got himself a
Spike has been in crazy form today.
The landing. He's being herded though. Neon from the
Nuts.
lines. Oh man, this feels like momentum is there.
Running rings around XLG right now. Even to the point where XLG try and fight back into the lion's share of this stack. It's always a secondary threat.
Last one down.
Cleaned up here by Neon. Oh, wouldn't surprise me to see a very early timeout, maybe ahead of round 4, but this could spiral out of control so quickly for XLG.
Yeah.
Spikeson's on 7-1. Tearing it up here. And you can almost
It just doesn't
feel
really
the
seem like
confidence in how they're approaching these
like
rounds.
XLG is really adjusting very much what they're doing.
Just going to see if he can bait anyone into an early fight. Not to be had, and much deeper utility setup now.
There's only really a Bucky alongside a couple of Sheriffs here. Happyway would have to go huge to stop this onslaught that lies in wait. Actually waiting to pop the cam here so they can capitalize on that. Actually, don't surprised not to see them waiting the smoke out, but
Oh, there's the catch, but
no
couldn't
punish.
capitalize on it. Yeah, just forced away. Good utility usage from Lev. As you can see, the stack from XLG was almost tailor-made to try and deny this, but not able to get to the angles they would have wanted to maybe punish some of this space taken. But Neon waiting for anyone to try and walk up on it. All players now in attendance. It's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be messy. As already Happyway the one to get the first ball rolling, and Raga on the follow-up. Down to 3 here. Lev walked into the trap, and now they're getting isolated from each other as well. The refight comes in here. Neon trying to alleviate some of the pressure put towards King, but he's not feeling it either. They're making it look like a walk in the park today, as no man left on 20 HP, and he is dead.
so well handled by Lev.
Yeah, I think
When the score goes up, there's a real chance for XLG to isolate some players here, but it's just a weapon diff. Super sharp from King as well. They're desperately trying to play this Bucky in, but it nets them nothing once more. 4 in a row here.
I think
for Lev.
There's a couple problems.
And you can only imagine the confidence already.
Obviously, there's some problems with XLG's comp.
And it feels necessary
But
now.
But the issue being,
I also think that
there's some crucial ultimates here to again capitalize and shut XLG
They
down.
are playing too
We'll
passive.
be having a listen in this round as the early attempt is made. Let's have a little listen.
They're playing
now
like very
to the left
passive
side.
and just reactive with their walls and stuff. I don't think it's correct. XLG like super out of it. This might be an absolute beatdown of a game actually. XLG's gonna call a timeout. But so far, I haven't really seen any good adjustments of how to deal with what they're doing.
They have. Again, switch up here from Lev. The buy back in from XLG. They don't want to give them any sort of comfort. Set up here. I mean, Happyway and Raga desperate to hold on to these weapons.
Yeah, they're trying to like bunker on site.
Netting nothing, and again, been a big
and just like sitting back and hoping that their utility will stop people, but it's not going to do
in
that.
this situation, Raga does find that a little late to it, but good for a second as well.
They're still going to be hunting. They're going to forward it, and they're going to get it.
Off down, that's
Operator
big.
gone. That could have
The
been
op
a
is
lovely
important.
piece to keep into hand.
There's
got to be a timeout.
Yeah,
coming
timeout
for
here.
XLG at some point. I mean,
Yeah, even a couple of rounds ago, you're almost feeling like it's leaning that way. We'll see it here ahead of round 6. Then ultimates started to come online for XLG.
One of the main problems is that their C fight is pretty bad.
Kills to note here. No. The opening stretch around there is just being run
Their
over.
C fight is pretty bad, so it's kind of hard for them to do
because you have to stop this
a lot.
that's mounting, but it's not just kind of this.
But if it was me, I would probably do something like this. I obviously don't know like what their overall theory with this comp is on the map, but you've got Cypher, you've got Sage, you've got Deadlock, you've got Fade, and then you've got an Omen. I think what they probably need to do is they need to control this. I think primarily. This is the hardest part for them to do, and so I think they probably need to do something like this, where they can have like deadlock, net. Actually, it probably should be a Sage. No, I think they still need to show here. So like, I think they can do like deadlock, net, plus a smoke, and then they can come in here with Sage, Cypher, do a cam, Omen's here, Fade is here, and then basically off of camera contact, like let them into this space, and then off of camera contact, I think they open door, paranoia, boom, Fade, throws this here, and they just like 4-person fight this. Maybe they even just like early wall so they don't get backstabbed. Yeah, I'd probably do something like this, like early wall so they can't see it, and then do a C-trap. And then if nothing happens here, then you can come over here. I don't know, it's tough.
So again, it's punished immediately.
And you don't want to go out with a whimper here. That's the thing, right? This is the brutality of a Masters. You have teams like this that once they get that wind in their sail, it's hard to deny.
I really don't like
but
this.
For XLG, can they stop the
They're just doing another bunker setup over here. Like what?
Again, another situation, Happyway on an island. Semi-committed here unless he goes up the rope. Yeah, just dipping out now. XLG right, moves to really address the backline here, but King gonna isolate both kills here. Freebies found outside B.
You can't be giving them those sort of fights. Be on the same page.
That's right decision as well. Pressure towards the backline, find a lurk early on, get an advantage, but your lurker finds 2 here.
And Happyway's just been battered down on 10 HP. And Liv aren't gonna respect you now. You gotta try and do something to stop this.
Yeah, they're getting
will
cooked.
Not do it, the right idea and the wrong execution.
They are getting cooked.
Oh,
whoa! Whoa!
I know we're in London, but damn! Doing this in an elimination match. You can see it, you can feel it. XLG down in the doldrums now. And Lev sky high.
How much for the full course on Lotus Util Theory?
Dead, and they're gonna get their wishes. 7-0.
I mean, depends on the comp.
Breaking a sweat.
Elements of frustration. Again, Lysol just randomly hitting his TP here in the mix of this. And again, the sort of thing that could just be a death sentence in terms of the morale for a team. And more wind in the sails of Lev.
Yeah, the knife crime statistics going up here in London. Sadly for XLG, it compounds the problem, doesn't it? As you said, the feeling of that happening is going to weigh heavy now. Full purchase, money, not an issue for Lev. Everything looking perfect. And XLG needs someone or something to go right.
Well, he's in the right place, but you know what happened previously with that anti-eco. They stacked 4 towards C. Down to anything, and again, Raga on the other side of the map. So no intention really of playing around the res in this situation either. I mean,
yeah, the fact that Neon had to swipe him twice with the knife is funny.
You're right, it's that trade timing. There's just no opportunity to get one and reset a little bit. They fight together. They are on the same page, trying to slow and steady the ship somewhat, but
yeah, I mean,
already coming. Raga,
it's just
stand against
the way that they're playing just doesn't make any sense.
They
like,
might be looking elsewhere.
The way that they're bunkering just gives up the entire map every single round, basically.
Just now, a couple of players headed towards B, but they're both shut down immediately. Sato on the other side will find Raga. It just goes from bad to worse for XLG. TP into the back lines. I mean, King already looking at this.
Yeah, he's in the right place. Guess you could argue it's at least a 1v1.
Wow.
And he does fall, so a 2v3. Spike's in on guard duty in this smoke. Waiting.
Gonna get curious.
Right side look here. Has a glance and takes a life. Lysor position will be noted from earlier. And all three waiting. With arms wide open. Lev look untouchable in this game.
30 seconds left.
So just
It's a brutal one. It's a brutal one.
Side the map quick enough to try and bail out Raga, but
They gotta call another timeout.
read into that well. They're maybe expecting one person towards B. Rotations just
So we're comfortable
late.
with the verdict that Lev got super unlucky with the teams they played so far. I mean, partially, yes.
So quickly.
I don't think that their Lotus is great.
Everything but the TP here for Lysor. Saw that invested previously.
Their Lotus is decent,
Operator back in hand for Raga.
but they played three really good Lotus teams.
Inconsistent at best. Look at Neon. Look at the confidence. He's found Happy Way already.
And they probably have also gotten better at the map over the course of the tournament because they've seen how like Paper X has played the comp and stuff like that.
Get your head in the game somehow. Raga, you're meant to be a master at this. You got three. There's the first. Give me a second. Give me something to believe in here. Pulls himself into a corner. And they just pivot.
They're like, see ya.
XLG are over towards the spawn side, so chance here to really catch Lev off guard, but they have to be conscious of where the hell.
It's kind of insane that he's like re-walking this by
walking
himself.
again. They're walking further through the map.
And they can. There's no concern.
Oh no! He tried to no-scope him.
This was the best chance
Oh
yet.
no!
A wide open plant here as well.
Oh no, Raga.
I mean, just look at what's happening. Spike seen 2 freebies to find. Lysor now a 1v3.
They are capitulating under the pressure. And it is compounding.
Ouch.
Lev just taking
Ouch.
liberties, Mike. The whole map's theirs.
I mean, this kind of reeks similarities of, like I said, XLG almost hitting that round where, I don't want to say it looked like they gave up, but they just ran out of steam.
Yeah.
They just weren't landing shots. They weren't together. So many issues, really.
Yeah, I mean, I think it kind of also shows XLG, like,
in their heads and
the fact that they're still just constantly picking this map over and over and over. They very clearly don't feel super confident in anything else that they're doing. It's also interesting, like they got wrecked on Pearl by Energy, lost on Lotus in a close game. They beat DRG but got wrecked on Haven, won Fracture and Split. They played GE, lost on Haven, won on Lotus, won on Breeze. And they played G2, lost on Lotus, won on Ascent, won on Split. EDG, they lose on Lotus, they win on Breeze, they lose on Split. And now they're playing Lev, who they're afraid to play on Ascent, and they're afraid to play on Split, so they pick Lotus again. And yeah, I mean, like, it makes sense, but also it just feels kind of bad. Because, like, they haven't even been winning with this comp. And everybody's seen it so many times now.
Unity in this, really, or even a chance for the second half. XLG, do you have any fire left in you? Raga trying. Gonna find Neon, but
Are they gonna brute force
there's
this?
no fear on the side of Lev. It feels like they never had fear.
No.
They don't know what it even means at this point. Spike's in hunting them down. Leo gonna get on the board here, but Sato still controlling every aspect of this. Is this gonna be a secondary ace from Sato in one series?
They are going to give it to him. 100%. Not going forward just yet. Still a little bit of respect shown, but Raga with an operator. A 1v3. You ready for a miracle?
I'm all aboard. Well, there it is. The call to action blows. Gonna get the kill.
Like, it's not an egregiously bad map veto, because I feel like it makes sense on paper, but also I don't know, like, surely you just like take them to Pearl or something, right?
And now they're not going to see a paranoia and go, guys, run away, don't die.
Freeze. No, they are.
I don't know.
Fully in control now. Can anything stop? Oh, of course they are. Happyway is at least going to try and stand his ground on that. Take away spikes
almost hit that.
Level the site with 4 though. As said, even if you find 1, there's still a whole lot of bodies behind it. Checked on and put to bed.
They are just running at them.
Teammate in merely a moment. You still need to plant the spike, boys. Getting a little ahead of themselves here, but Neon again brimming with confidence. Again dealt with. Maybe. Okay. This is the one. Maybe it needed Leo to come online. Sato, bit of a man at the moment, sure. Stop it!
Surely
not. Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Raga and Noman,
they saw one.
Ooh. Thank you, XLG. One round.
Avoiding.
Well, Breeze is Lev's permaban, so they couldn't pick Breeze.
Standing. And even again, still, there's just a huge opportunity. If Neon's hitting shots like he has been, this one gets shut down. Operator still in hand for Raga. That will just switch things up once more. Again, he's going to be the solo anchor. Again, this wall hasn't really bought enough time for any sort of security here in playing solo towards A. I mean, it's almost like the first 10 seconds you want to see the rotation coming. Thank God, yeah, Lysol's moving this time.
They're not pulling fakes. They're not even being that slippery. It is all direct. It's powerful in its punch. Raga trying to stand his ground. But they're already so close by. As said, that wall is shredded in a second. And Neon's already waiting.
Whoa.
It's not the prettiest pickup, but it's fine. It's got the job there. Leo trying to maybe help out Raga, but this opens up maybe the option for a pivot if they fancy it.
King unable to make moves outside B just yet. So Lev will call a freeze. Probably the slowest approach we've seen, but probably at a similar situation to map 1, egging XLG into re-clearing some of this space. But they are tucked for the time being.
Yeah, and it's hard, isn't it, right? You're just kind of...
Yeah, how do they re-clear? That's the main problem. How do they re-clear? The fact that they're not winning any early space is making it impossible for them to play. Because they can't re-clear. Their comp doesn't re-clear.
Dares go further. Raga the one to
unless they do like just ridiculous things like that.
It's going towards B. King outweighted the utility coming in from No Man.
No man here.
They're going to come back to A.
That should egg Sato on to finding a pick here.
They're going back towards A. Lysor.
Ooh, big duel from Lysor.
Sato. They've got to really make this one stick right about now. Raga, you've got to play this just about right as well.
10 seconds left.
Towards B, back and forth. They go looking for a bailout, and it's Lysor to go down. Backline's being eviscerated, and Lev out of nowhere just flip the script again. Raga in a 1v3.
Oh.
Rez is there. Pops it, and it's punished. Bros, though, going to send out the Seekers by a second. Get himself the adjustment, and shots
a nice try from Raga, but man, they're getting shredded. Shredded.
Barely a response in any of these rounds, and it's just one to pin their hopes to, Lauren. Lev teed up here to completely sweep this series.
That might be all she wrote. We'll find out after this.
I think that's it.
It's a brutal one. It's a brutal one.
If there's any day to hope that XLG's pistols come online, it's going to be right about now.
How does G2 feel about
we're
this?
Asking a lot.
I mean,
11-1.
It's tough.
I mean, the scoreline not.
If we go to a third map, we're sending both teams home after this is over. Yeah, I mean, we're not going to a third map.
Series. But yeah,
there's zero chance that Lev loses this.
Few positives to even pin hopes to here. I mean, Raga, sure, getting a couple of kills in garbage time in some of these rounds, but
it's just it's a formality at this point. The map is over.
Of the win conditions, the heavy hitters that you do see in XLG's good performances really landing here. I mean, Leo, what, it took 8-9 rounds for him to even get a kill. No Man sitting at 2-11. Happy Way, another one that comes up huge, sitting at 3-12. They said it's being simply outclassed. Lev are running rings around XLG on their map pick. And I don't think really there's just not enough rounds to slow things down and get control of the tempo here to make this composition work.
Well, we've cut a pretty bleak figure for XLG, but the proof's in the pudding. And it would be round by round if they want even a touch of hope here. And it starts with a pistol. Chosen the right site to approach. And they've got a plant. 5v5 now in the post.
Some time to deal with this util as well. They remove fairly early, so the clock shouldn't be a factor here in terms of Lev's approach. Secondary thing being Raga's wall.
Smoke kind of allowing a little bit more play for Neon to work closer with Sato and puts Raga right in the firing line. They couldn't do anything about it. The smoke really comes to support. And this is now becoming an issue. Leo, Happy Way, digging deeper, trying to find something. Neon spikes in. They don't care. They want him dead. They want him buried. And
that's
they
over.
want to stay alive.
There's a situation where you want to see XLG go forward, not sit behind this util and leave things up to chance. Lev, it's the coordination diff once more. Again, relying on, I mean, a level 1 scoreline, people aren't hitting to sit back and hope that a couple of players win out their engagements. That's not been happening. That could be the nail in the coffin here. Certainly feels like it. Lev already on 12.
Can't even win pistols. Hopefully they learned the lesson. I mean, they're going to go back to China, probably dominate China.
To what could be facing the music in this
and
round.
Then you hope that they show up for champs, basically.
Fans singing, chanting them forward here. XLG going to get a couple of boots on the site. That's about it so far.
It would be crazy if they didn't make champs somehow. Like if AG gets through on points.
At least get onto site here.
But I think it's almost impossible. I think it's almost impossible for them to not make it.
Again, Lev's protocols. Big sound in a pistol there. How to address this? Immediate pressure onto the back lines.
Yeah, here it comes. Starting to wind up the pressure here. Neon just held the back.
Oh.
And Raga. Big shots from him. A heartbeat heard, but 3 still alive for Lev. And away we go, in towards the site. King gonna clear the first and blows at Neon. Back-to-back damage. Raga and No Man have to hold on, and Raga finding form when necessary. And I think Blows knows that this one is out of reach. XLG gonna extend play for another round.
Bailout here from Raga. Question being sustainable. Very much doubt it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely excited about some of the Chinese roster moves that have happened. So we will see. I have no idea whether any of the Chinese tier 2 teams will be good in the qualifier or not.
Well, yeah, I was going to say pass Neon the Bulldog here. Only a shield alongside that.
They can't afford to make this even close. XLG need this one.
Well, I mean, they just need a huge cushion as well.
Yeah.
Haven't even really stabilized off that. You look at only Lysor. Find a full rifle. Held at the front door for the time being. Spike scene. We've seen what you can do with a classic. In some of these thrifty rounds. Reading this is a C hit, but XLG will find themselves comfort here initially onto B.
Okay, I mean, it's a nice nade.
Pause on the plant. One away from Rez, so
They didn't really get ecoed. It was a force buy.
is the X factor. Yes, there are a couple with those classics, but it's can they break the lines?
It was
now?
a stinger force because they're down 11 to 1.
Here, just Lev keep them interested long enough where
12 to 1, whatever.
a couple of people will die.
That would do enough as well. Anything to shake the purchase to keep the finances limited.
Also on the other side, Lev just don't want to give early ult access.
Very true. Goes hold. Sees to follow. Leo gonna take a look, see if he can maybe make some progress for himself. There we go. Oh, very nice. So just to get him into the game a touch here. There we are. So Leo gonna find a good couple. King and Neon gonna opt to give it up to the spike. 4 maintain. 3 rounds for XLG.
So Leo, yeah, getting 2 away from ult here. Be something for XLG to rely on.
Okay.
On the other side, Sato just missing 2 towards a showstopper.
Maybe
Neon just past halfway for a blade storm.
fake the C open, go A,
now, still a bulldog.
or just
Guardian swapped
do
out
the
here,
C
actually,
open and
Nomad.
hit C.
I feel like once again it all rides on this. Will only really net them what, another couple of rounds in terms of comfort. I doubt you can't even use that word here on Lotus so far. Early control here towards Rubble. We'll clear out space here and gather the information. They're already rotating.
Yeah, it's good macro from Lev.
Of the C site hit.
All right, I mean, they're just kind of keeping it simple.
Walk on in. Does anyone go down on the way through?
Ooh, wall. Okay, now what do they do? They see a bunch of people. They're just going to commit.
And he's been caught. Spikes him with one good trade from Leo. Sight
Can't
now
believe
under
they committed.
scrutiny, under pressure. Blows trying to catch one on the cross, but that's good from King. It's great from Neon. It's down to 3, down to 2. Making just one man standing.
It's over.
Hopes
It's
and dreams
over.
riding on one man's
You come from the
shoulders
future? I don't believe you.
Guardian
I
to
do not
hand.
believe you.
Has to rethink his approach. Some time left to play with for sure, but it's looking bleak here for No Man. Sato already considering the possibilities, rotated very quickly. The coverage is good from Lev. No Man has to pick up the pace.
He would need to equal his
20
entire
seconds.
kills
Sato
just
hears
this
him.
round. And I think we can see it. The positioning from Sato, potentially the checkmate to this. But No Man's still going to give it everything he's got. Time to show us if there's anything left in the tank. Can you find a miracle
Ooh,
today?
the nade is slightly off.
Lev closing in now. The 3
Okay.
players shoulder to shoulder, of course. No surprises. And that is a barrage of bullets his way. Trying to deal with every piece of utility. Oh!
That's a nice try. All right, well, GG XLG. It was fun while it lasted. Lev were too good. XLG,
Absolute domination.
you know, they got to their.
XLG, unfortunately, still just
They probably got to
struggling
their
to
ceiling
click.
here,
Again,
at least
really
for now.
impressed with some of their earlier series, but certainly you think back to EDG and here, just I attributed it to just running out of steam and the confidence lacking, which is always a discussion with Rago on the roster here. Unfortunately, I think that's replicated. Respectable finish, at least here for XLG, but it's a shame to see them go out like this.
I know, because you see that potential to their run to this point. They've shown that they have such
Matt
capability, but to do it when it matters is
Matt
a
Patel,
different
who
skill
asked,
set
bro? Who asked?
altogether. And on the other side, the flip side of things, Leviatan have looked terrifying to me. Young, hungry, and up for the challenge through and through.
Respect shown here on the stage as well. I mean, Neon and Spikes into Sato alongside as well. Just three of the most exciting players we have here in London. And continuing with that form.
I mean, they look great still.
Made, obviously going forward here with the teams that are left.
Honestly,
Lev are here to scrap it out.
Yeah,
honestly, the most hype finals is probably Lev Paper X rematch. if we're being honest. It's probably the most hype. I would be down for EDG to beat PaperX and for the finals to be a run back of PaperX EDG, but Lev PaperX is probably the most hype finals that you could get. So I'm down for either of those. I feel like the Vitality in the finals would be kind of boring at this point. But I mean, maybe Vitality will stick today. Or maybe FUT will steamroll them. I don't know.
It is, 100% it is.
And when you started out your journey here in London, did you expect to make it to the top 4?
Actually, yeah. I think we're a really strong team. I knew we had a good shot at the tournament, and you know, but as it goes, you don't even think about it. The only thing in your head is like to enjoy it all.
Well, this roster was solidified about 7 months ago. The synergy is on point. How long did it take to really get things on form?
I think it's difficult to say. I'd say it's probably after Neon turned 18, because then we actually had time to, you know, play as the full team. But ever since we got together, we were always good friends, you know, same age and all. And King is, you know, King may be older than us, but it feels like sometimes he's the same age as us.
And tell me about the words that you were saying to Neon just before map 2, because we saw you gave him a little hug.
I don't know. I think it's just something that happened last series where on going to the third map, he came to me and then he like pep talked me, and then I fried. So we just did the same thing today.
So Neon was your hype man?
Sorry?
Neon actually turned out to be your hype man.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy?
No, it's not crazy. Because when we look at you guys, I mean, on Haven, for example, you're a team that has the confidence to let that clock run down. I mean, who needs to plant when you can get an ace like that?
Oh, I didn't even know. I didn't even notice that I was going to ace. I was just so locked in. But, you know, it's great to have an ace. Another one, you know.
Yeah, I was going to say, yet another one. That wasn't your first on this stage in London. One more thing before I let you go. Have you got a message for the fans around the world? You have a loud audience here in London, but I also know there are loads of people back home in the Americas cheering you on.
What words I have to say to them?
Yeah.
I like to thank everyone for supporting us, and you know, I've seen a lot of good words about us online, and it's just great, you know. I just feel more confident. I also like to give a shout out to Corbin Lee, because I know he's watching and I love him.
Well, we love you. Congratulations. We will see
Shout
you
out to
in
Com,
a few days' time. Go
Okay.
meet your fans. And as for you guys, stick around because we've got an EMEA Rumble coming your way.
Thank you so much for that, Frankie. And of course, massive shout out to Sato, ball of energy. Always love hearing from him. But once again, we're joined here. Feels like it's been so long since we last talked. We got King here, folks. King, congratulations, my man.
Yeah, Lev is definitely a very likable team. It's
let's talk about, you know,
they've definitely made me a fan.
I heard earlier you had some experience with XLG, right? Yeah. Like you'd scrimmed them a little bit, so you were at least like knowing what you were coming into this. But XLG put on one hell of a tournament here. Were you a little worried that maybe you were going to get a new version of XLG?
Honestly, I wouldn't say worried in a way, because I think everyone in our team knows like they're very good. Like I personally respect them a lot because, as we said, we scrimmed them a lot last year. I have a very good relationship with the coach because of that. I have a very good relationship with Varga. And even in their match against Global, I sent a message to the coach, to Varga, like that he's insane, that he needs he has to have the confidence, and like he's a great player.
That's awesome.
And then whenever we were gonna face them, I was like, why did I have to boost his confidence?
Let's do a little bit less of a pep talk this time.
Giving a pep talk to the enemy. No, but I mean, that just also goes to show too, right? It's like the sportsmanship and the way that a lot of the players here, contrary to like, I'm sure a lot of fans online, a lot of you guys have, you know, do respect one another. So I think it does go without saying, right, Mimi?
I wanna ask you too. This is for you, not super unfamiliar, making a top 4. You've done it before in Seoul back in the day, but this is the first time for all of your teammates being anywhere close to this deep in the tournament. What's it been like getting to see this success through their eyes and them achieving this?
I mean, it just feels so special. All of them are such great kids. They're incredible. They are always full of energy. So seeing them happy feels like, I know I'm the old guy. It feels like I'm the proud dad, you know?
I know exactly what you're saying, baby. Trust me, I know exactly what you're saying. Hit me with it because it's a good feeling.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's still, even though I was top 3, it's still like an incredible feeling. But for them, they deserve the world, so I'm so happy for them.
Yeah, I am too. It's amazing to see them achieve this. But on top of that, it's not just that you guys are making here and that it's this achievement for them. I want to ask, going back to the early days for you, does this remind you at all of those like early LATAM achievements? Because for Owner, he was there in the run at Champions with crew that started.
Yeah, Neon is insane.
The breakout event where people started
but
to really
Sato is also Sato and Spike have also been playing extremely well this event.
South America as a whole here.
I have to agree with that statement. It does feel like the next step. If I have to compare it with my old self or the old Leviatan, back then it really felt like a lot of doubts. Like we knew we were good, but we didn't know like how things were gonna go, and we were always like, okay, guys, let's go, let's give it a all. Like, keep the energy up.
Yeah, like you knew you had it, but in the back of your head it was like,
yeah, it's like
but
we're
do
still
we though? Yeah.
And now it definitely feels like, guys, we're insane. Let's
and you're
we
sure
feel
of
the
it.
confidence, and we're fully sure of it. So that's like the big difference in that team and this team right now.
And I tell you what, if anyone wants to go back, look at that team play versus this team play, you see it in the server. And I think that is the coolest thing about it all, man. You have a lot to be proud of, brother.
Thank you.
Congratulations. We're all proud of you as always. You already know. But that is going to do it for us here. Of course, all bow down to the king as always. But coming up next,
Dude, I just feel like the whole Lev team is so likable. Like, King seems like such a good dude.
I believe they're going to be taking
and all the kids are so funny.
Right? Yeah, depending who wins, we play the winner of this match.
So, who do you want to face?
I mean, I don't want to pick anyone. I just whoever plays best,
wins.
Yeah, whoever wins.
Yeah, they're just gonna have to do just another game. Love it, love it. All right, folks. Like you heard, we're gonna have FUT and Vitality take the stage in just a little bit. An EMEA clash you don't want to miss. We'll see you on the other side.
Got a bunch of just absolute clowns.
Yeah.
Got a bunch of clowns on the team, except they're good. Bunch of good clowns on the team. Yeah, it was definitely when he didn't get the ace. That's what he was yelling about for sure. Okay, I'm genuinely very curious how this game is gonna go. Like, Vitality beat them pretty easily last time they played. Rematches are always harder, but I just don't know. I don't know if FUT has it to beat Vitality. I don't think Vitality is going to be too down after their loss to Paper X. And they're going against somebody that is a known quantity. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure. SOP Revenge Tour. I mean, realistically, FUT, I don't know. Like, Lev versus Vitality would be a sick game. Lev versus FUT would also be a sick game. Both of them would be good. Both of them would be good games. But Lev would be more electric. Yeah, probably. Just the two younger teams with insane firepower. And then it creates kind of an interesting dynamic where you've got like the two very experienced teams in the upper bracket, the two very inexperienced teams in the lower bracket. And then you kind of hope that it ends up with the inexperienced team against the experienced team in the grand final. It'd be pretty fun. Although that might make it pretty one-sided. I don't know.
Oh, welcome back to sunny EMEA VCT in Berlin, Germany, NY. We've got a classic matchup on. Wait, actually, nope, sorry about that. It's not an EMEA game. It's just an EMEA game at a global event. That's right. It's Vitality versus FUT. I'm Golden Boy. We got Mimi and someone who has seen this match so many times in the past. It's Billy. But this time, though, folks, I would reckon it's a little bit different, right?
Yeah, it definitely feels different because there's so much more on the line this time around when we consider it being an elimination game at a global event. But yeah, I think that these two teams should definitely know each other's tendencies at this point.
Yeah. Certainly. It's the first rematch we've actually had here in Masters London, and these teams, will be their third time playing in just a few weeks after being the upper final in EMEA and facing already here. This first game during the Swiss stage was such an influx point for me in Vitality's kind of run in this tournament because, well, I felt like it was a very close game. They could have cleaned up and closed out faster on some of these. This is where the individuals like Chronicles started stepping up big time. This is where their approach really showed through. I think this was the game to me that really proved the resiliency of Vitality, that this was a squad ready to go on a run.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's been a close affair every single time that they've faced off against one another. When I think back to regionally as well, back in EMEA.
That's right, I forgot about the Chronicle clutch. This very easily could have been 2-0 FUT.
Maybe should have been able
I forgot about that.
2-0 both times that they played. And FUT have been having issues in being able to close out maps. I think for FUT,
okay, I think FUT's going to win this actually.
Want to go up against after that loss against PRX yesterday as well. That is a very difficult.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I think FUT's going to win this.
After such a tough loss.
I will say though, if one thing we do need to bear in mind, right, for FUT is that struggle being able to close out the games. We're fine for top 4 here. You know what I mean? Like PaperX don't got that problem. EDGs certainly haven't been having that issue. We just saw Leviatan just absolutely roll. So that is going to be something that they 100% need to be mindful of. But of course, for Vitality, they want to complete this lower bracket run. You're going to be looking at a few key individuals there. And that is going to be actually a unique one. The brain trust of that young man right there, Yampi, and the coach, Pal. Both incredible minds for the game, Billy. You're very familiar with them. Yeah. But one thing's for certain, both those guys are going to need to step up and give this team the resources they need in order to push forward.
100%. And let's not forget the partnership that they've been able to build over the course of the past year, both together on BBL. Pal kind of leading the way and helping Yampi get this IGL experience and teaching him the ropes, I guess, is kind of fair to say. My issue is Pal can only control so much outside of the server.
Do you think FUT might win at 2-0? Yeah, it's definitely possible.
Really be the leader of this team today to be able to control the situation.
It kind of feels like it's going to be a similar thing. It's like FUT will either win 2-0 or it's going to be Vitality grinding it out 2-1.
Too many players trying to chip in too many ideas to the point that things got out of control, and we really did see that throughout the regular season back in EMEA. However, they did manage to get it back under control. They did implement this structure, this system, which of course Pal and Scott are the ones that have been able to do that for them to be able to get to this point.
Yeah, Chronicle saying that the pressure got to them some in that match, and I felt like that was certainly the case on map 3 of that series against PaperX. The Fracture felt like kind of a complete crumble from Vitality. PaperX could do no wrong, but earlier in that series, there were great signs. Map 2 of Split, I felt the Vitality
if you're
approach
FUT,
was excellent.
I wonder if you
they
take them to.
Passive
Well, you've already played them on
PaperX
Fracture.
Nothing with their normal defensive aggression.
I have no idea what the veto is going to be.
Execution when they went into the late round hits. Had a great game out of Durka there as well. It's rare that you see someone beat Paper X that dominantly on a map.
Yeah.
And that to me showed their prep and also their ability to not let losing a bad map one get the better of them, which all goes back to the leadership. But as you're saying, the issue is still that third map and what happened after that great game.
Yeah, that's right. You got to be able to lock up those critical matchups here. A lot going to be on the line here for Yampi as we had an opportunity to catch up with him. Jen Lee standing by.
Here with Yampi of Vitality. Yampi, what is the silver lining of this lower bracket for you guys?
Silver lining, I prefer the Elizabeth line myself, but yeah, I mean, every match is a high pressure moment, and you know, I think getting to send all the other teams home, I think that's a very satisfying feeling, and I think that's what we are looking for the most.
Okay, that was a good answer. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yampi just hitting me. It's a great dad joke. I don't think anyone caught that. It's terrible. It's so good, it's bad. Of course, though, what has been good has really been seeing the way that FUT have been approaching these maps. I mean, go back to that game against G2 and how G2, I mean, you could point to some of the flaws of G2 there.
Man,
the reality
G2.
is, guys, FUT really
G2.
have been unbelievable. And Billy,
I forgot how hard they got wrecked. I kind of forgot about G2. Man, they had a shit
I think
tournament.
that's been a benefit for them so far throughout this event. When we
They had
consider
a
the rookies,
shit
of course,
tournament.
FJ finding himself back at another global event. Hasn't been here since 2024. But the rookies, as you mentioned, showing such a fearless approach. And I think when you come across a FUT that are in this kind of form, that is a scary team to go up against.
This is a meta that came to Turkish Valor. This is the way that,
Yeah.
that these teams have wanted to play for a long time, but it's really never been a position to go into it. And I'm so happy that this is the event where we get to see those rookies. Zeus, Sop, guys that have been talked about for so long, playing back in Turkey, playing in Tier 2 previously, to get this opportunity in their very first year in VCT, to not only make it to a global, but to be able to live up and deliver to the level they had. There's a huge difference in experience in this game with 4 of those FUT players stepping in for that first time, but thus far, they've not looked fazed by it.
Yeah, no, of course, it's going to be, like we say, a tall task no matter what. But I do feel like this team has met the moment here, fighting for top 4. Let's see what Jen Lee has to say. She had another opportunity to catch up with the FUT camp.
Here with FUT's Cross-Dally. Cross-Dally, you guys have so far exceeded all expectations, but as you get deeper into the tournament, this is when the pressure starts to build. So how do you stay grounded as a team?
Yani açıkçası çok fazla öyle bir heyecan hissetmiyoruz. Turnuvanın başı bizim için daha heyecanlıydı. Şu an ilerledikçe çevreye alıştık. O yüzden sadece iyi bir şekilde Valorant oynamaya çalışacağız. O yüzden herhangi bir heyecan şu an kalmadı yani öyle turnuvanın başı kadar.
We're not feeling that much of an excitement. The beginning of the tournament was much more, nerve-wracking for us. But right now, we got used to it. We adapted. We got used to that environment. So we're not feeling too much of a pressure or excitement. We're only gonna focus on playing good Valorant today.
FUT doesn't crack under pressure.
Of course, though, it's going to be pressure regardless, just because of what these players are going to be playing for here. A top 4 spot, an opportunity to go up against Leviatan. Let's see, though, where we're going to be playing and check out our maps, picks, and bans. Let's take a listen.
With FUT, Vitality has the higher seeds, so they're going to pick their side.
We pick Team A.
All right, Team A. Then Vitality is banning first.
We ban Haven.
Haven is banned. And
wow.
What is your ban, FUT?
Breeze. Ban Breeze.
All right, Breeze is banned, and Vitality is picking the
We
first
pick
map.
Next. Gregor, what do you think of cheesecake?
I love it.
What do you think about Lotus cheesecake?
Even better.
We pick Lotus.
All right, and what is the side for Lotus?
We start defense.
Okay, and your map pick?
Ascent.
Ascent it is. Then side for Ascent, please.
Yo, defense.
Okay. And
What
we have
the
Fracture,
fuck
Pearl, and
am I
Split left.
watching?
Vitality is banning.
We ban Fracture.
Fracture is banned, and Pearl and Split left.
We ban Pearl.
All right, and last map
Alright.
is Split, and Vitality is picking the side.
We pick attack.
All right.
We pick attack.
Uh, quick recap. We start with Lotus, FUT defense. Then we have Ascent, Vitality defense. And if we go to Split, which is Decider, Vitality attacks. Everything correct?
That's so
Very good work,
great,
guys.
dude.
I think Yampy thought he was on 8 Mile or something like that, just trying to bust a lyric or two out there.
Yeah, you better hope they win today. I don't know about the SoundCloud code.
Yeah, it's going to be a little tough to get off the ground. But, folks, this is going to be a good one here. You got two teams that are hungry for this opportunity to fight for the top 4, to keep EMEA alive in this competition. Let's go ahead and bring out your two teams. Here's Vitality and FUT.
So dumb. I might have to leave in the middle of this series, by the way, guys. I have a meeting at, like, in like 2 hours. So I might have to leave after map number 1.
One wrong decision.
But maybe it'll be fast.
It should all be over.
But play it close, but Vitality stand taller.
Playing versus FUT once again, the 2 matches has been super close.
Everybody having their shining moments.
It gets me really hyped up because I know for a fact that they want to get revenge. And that's why I'm excited today to show that we are the better team.
The last time we faced Vitality, our mood was going down and our mental was falling apart. But after the EDG loss, we fixed it really quickly.
Is that what you've got? The 18-year-old superstar looking like a nightmare.
I think it's gonna be an easy game.
FUT, I'm sorry, but actually I'm not sorry. You guys are going home. We'll take it from here.
Vitality, I wish you guys good luck. From now on, I'll take care of the EMEA.
Show me how to feel. A team that transforms past failures into success. It's Team Vitality! They might bear bruises, but they'll bear down on their enemies. It's FUT!
You heard it in the hype. You heard what they were saying. Yampy, he's saying, I'm going to take over. I'm going to dominate this. Meanwhile, on the other side for FUT, there's an opportunity for this young team to establish themselves as the kings of EMEA. This is a massive matchup here. Top 4 on the line, and of course, your series layout, Lotus, Ascent, and Split if necessary. Mimi, what you think?
This is just a huge match for both of these teams. They've both waited for a moment to go this deep in a tournament for a long time. But I think it's especially true for Vitality.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Vitality has to win this. Otherwise, the tournament's going to be kind of a disaster for them. Even though they made it out of Swiss and like they've looked decent at times, I feel like they can't afford to lose here. They need to go top 4.
In Durka and Chronicle. But it's been a long time since they've been back in a finals weekend. Fighting for it today against an opponent they're so familiar with.
And you know it would mean so much to both sides across the stage. You mentioned FUT trying to solidify themselves as the kings of EMEA. Well, if they were to win here today, not only would it be the best global placement that they've had, but I certainly think that they would crown themselves as the kings of Turkey. We saw BBL go to Santiago. FUT missed out on that first global event. Had to come back into stage 1 with a complete roster rebuild. Sociable now leading the charge on the opposite side. Yampy, his teammate from last year. And then when you're looking at Vitality, of course, you know it would mean so much to them, but we only saw them get challenged realistically for the first time against Paper Rex yesterday, when you consider the run that they've been able to have throughout this tournament so far.
Certainly so. For FUT, this would be a culmination of years where Turkey has been expected to be great, where it's been talked about how good their players can be. You've seen names deliver in the past, CNED in the early days, Alpha taking on the Flame with Fnatic. But now an entirely Turkish team with that chance to make top 4, to usurp that nation's best performances in the past.
Yeah, but standing in their way, you got some GOATs, guys like Chronicle, who have been there, who have done that. and play with such confidence. And he's sitting alongside his teammate.
Do I know how likely it is that Vitality makes champs off the top of my head?
Sayonara in this tournament. Initially, there was concern if his nerves are going to be in place, but no, this guy is showing that he
I'm pretty sure EMEA champs points is like, you've got like 5 or 6 teams that are all within a couple of points of each other. I'm pretty sure it's like really, really, really tight. If they win this, they get a big boost in champs points. If they lose this, I think they go home with 0. I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Making it to grand finals. The pressure is on them now to be able to continue that run.
Yeah, if anything, I would say it's more of an indictment on them rather than FUT, because FUT here.
Okay, no. If they lose this, they get 3 points, which is pretty good. If they win, then they're guaranteed at least 4.
Meanwhile, you got Vitality doing everything that they can to hold on to the crown. But let's see what we got with our agents here.
So it's good that they've already earned some points. They should actually be in the lead, I think, because of that.
The biggest difference on this map is that Vitality is playing with the Vise and the Viper versus FUT going for the double duelist. Means Vitality can afford to play slower on their attack
Wow, yeah.
side,
Okay, look at this.
Towards A, and on their defensive side have better tools to hard hold sites and to refight space into A.
So here's EMEA. This, I'm pretty sure this includes the auto-earned points at minimum. So I'm pretty sure this is, Vitality is 6.
And they need to
FUT has 7.
if FUT want to win today.
And you saw
but then they're
Vitality
guaranteed at least
when they
3.
started on the attack in that series against PaperX yesterday.
So yeah, EMEA is in a crazy place right now.
Start here today to continue any sort of momentum they hope to have.
Yeah, and all my eyes kind of just go to Durka there because I want to see what this guy
Lev
can do. He was a little slow
takes the top spot or the second spot over Energy by winning.
So the question is, has he maintained, or rather, can
that's
he
pretty
maintain
big.
the form that he had at the
And
tail
then
end of that
PaperX, of course,
matchup,
qualified
of course, deliver this
a million points ahead of everybody else.
to secure those rounds.
If you look at history, there's no doubt he can do it. Durka and Kron, some of the greats, but it's been a damn long time since they've been here.
Folks, it's do or die. Top 4 on
I mean,
the line.
it's going to be
excellent casters on the mic.
It's going to be a grind for everybody.
Thank you very much, guys. And I couldn't put it better myself here. This elimination game between EMEA teams is going to be that EMEA on EMEA violence. Do or die for continuity here at the Copper Box Arena to continue that tournament lifeline. Both teams are going to be desperately grasping for it.
And there's a lot of history between these two. Recent history as well, as the desk has been going over. The last 2 times that they clashed, 3 maps, bangers, clutches all over the place. I think a lot of the FUT fans would believe that they should have won those games, but they let those crucial moments, some of the most important moments, slip out away from them. The map pools had adjustments as well. Vitality won both times by picking Pearl and winning in ridiculous clutch scenarios. They decided this time to pivot to Lotus. That is a big shift, a big change.
The whole map pool is going to be shifting and changing. Some familiarity in terms of some of the previous times these two teams have matched up, but we'll get into that later as we look towards Ascent and possibly Split. It's FUT versus Vitality, pissed around, abound, and it's Vitality's map pick.
Looking to put pressure over towards Mound early here with their utility as they walk 2 players in to contest soft.
Whoa. It's a head clean off almost immediately. Sayonara is activating.
2 of the best performing young players from EMEA.
Yeah. Traffic. Norma's getting caught under the cross, but he does manage to take down one with him. It's a good opener here for Vitality. What's going to be opened up now? It's going to be put pressure onto Sociable. A lot to do from this position. Already a player down. Nade's going to be sailing into the back here to slide off angle, and he's already done the damage. Evened it up. More time for the reinforcements to arrive. Short pause. Vitality, no, Durka taking matters into his own hands. Insane shot. Instantly offset once more, but into the 2v1, now to the 1v2, off to the side, Crostally barely alive. The spike in their grips now. Sayonara left to reclaim it.
Crostally goes down to a single shot. They're going to expect him to readjust the angle.
High-low, almost with a collapse, but listen. Well played by FUT. Discipline there to secure up a pistol. Critical one at that, to be honest, with Vitality's map pick.
And Vitality got out to a really good opener too. Proper going 1-1 in that spot is nice, but Sociable's done the most here, anchoring on A. He was alone for a while, but played it safe. Playing these nice angles too. We'll be tracking for this whole match that narrative that the desk was again reminding us of Sociable against Yampi, the 2 IGLs former teammates. Sociable learning a lot during his stint on BBL, bringing it to FUT.
Oh yeah, I forgot that Sociable was on BBL with Yampy. I forgot about that.
We'll be making sure to hit as we go.
Gen G will be going on a run for the slot. I mean, that is optimist.
Action, a couple of kills.
That is optimistic.
Vitality just poking, prodding, see if they can pull out the util. And Sayonara's gone, but a right click. The Classics are doing decent work. Backside controller.
Uh-oh.
He's been swiftly dealt with.
FUT is trolling.
Bites up. It's not synced up at all.
Wait, what is happening? How did they lose this?
Towards the end, barely alive, but listen, the job is done.
How did they lose that?
Barely get it put together towards the end to secure the anti-eco.
Expect more of these rounds that are coming down to the wire. If rounds like that, where the weapon advantage is so enormous, are being decided on a knife's edge, then I think the rifle rounds will be too. Sop had to come out with some magic there. Bailing his team out of trouble. But this has destroyed the bonus round idea. This is just a pure eco, basically, with Sop having a tiny bit of danger in his back pocket. And a lot of money to spend on an op in the next round.
It's pretty conservative in terms of investments. FUT, just a couple of sheriffs. That one bulldog to buy around here for Vitality. Great opportunity for them to put one on the board. And they're going to take it slow to begin with.
There's a very large trap set up over here.
There is, yeah.
I'm not sure whose contact they're going to spring it off, but there's 4 players waiting, ready for Vitality.
Difficult for them, but the Viper Wall obfuscates quite a bit. Sociable's going to be taking loose contact here.
2 players in a bait and switch setup behind the box.
Seem to be aware of it. Yeah, the ping's coming out. There's 1 kill for them. Sociable go out. How are they going to be triggering this trap play? The clearance of Sayonara's there, but the shot's still ringing out.
That's a nice little stack. That's a gun they give over. Great paranoia.
This side of the whole lot diffuses the danger almost immediately.
You're right.
Really well played.
You're allowed to be delusional.
Vitality. Sayonara's weapon might have also
fine.
fallen into enemy hands if Profek hadn't been fast enough there to put the punish down. Well handled. But this was not the round that FUT were really investing into. It's the next one where we'll get to see Sop with the operator. Dirk is going to clean up things easily towards the end.
Dirky.
He hasn't made the most progress towards the showstopper, which would be probably your biggest ult on the attack side. But Yampy's got his. I think a lot of it is going to come down to where Sop decides to play.
G will win champs. They got to get there first.
Yep, okay. Pumping himself up. It was nice.
They got to get there first.
Sop is going to look to try to take this angle, Brent, over towards Mount.
It's going to be a tough one.
We see Neon's been doing this quite a bit. They try and get ahead of the one way that's going to be propped up potentially here. Yep, gliding to the side.
Oh, Profek's on the jump spot angle.
It's a high-low setup. Cooked up here. Vitality waiting for the overextension, perhaps. But look at that sight line. Right on it, just waiting for somebody to peek straight in. Vitality know these angles, though. Not willing to make a mistake too early. They're also going to be aware of the fact that the money, enough of it online, that they're going to be aware that there's a possibility of the op.
Sop can hear the Prowler. He knows his door's going to be open behind him. Starts backing up.
He's in danger here, being squeezed. And there it is. As soon as the door opens up, he's going to have to back up, retreat. Heal back. Very good discipline here from Vitality. Slight gap into the corner here. Barrel's poking out. Sop puts an adjustment and a blind shot in the dark. Doesn't come up with the goods he was looking for.
And now the game's coming back over towards the B-pop. Crostali defending this one with a wall in his face as well. Zeus needs to be pushed off the angle, and Chronicle, he'll start thinking about it.
Onto Robble, Sociable who takes him out.
That's just spam.
Blind spy, yeah, okay. Spam coming through. Now the Nightfall's going to be scattering though, and an attempt to make it over towards the B side. The wall though cuts it out, slows down the approach alongside the Thorns. Wall's going to be broken, but these players are separated out through main. Yeta J just decimates them. Slam shut the door in their face. Vitality, it's just Profek. There's not really much of a chance of him here.
This is a round where Yampy took his team into a late round B-pop through the Vice wall. Baiting out that Vice utility early on is going to be absolutely crucial to getting past FUT. But you have to make sure that you deal with the op as well, and they never felt confident enough to get close to C. I'm not even sure whether they knew that wall was going to be there for the late round hit. And Kron also gets unlucky, but it still would have been a gamble the way that he takes the fight against Zeus. There's no guarantee he would have been there for that pinch through blue room. Vitality are going to have to reassess about that one. Looked fundamentally good from FUT. And these teams, they know each other like the back of their hand. They've played so many times.
Okay, sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm gonna lock in now.
EMEA playoffs.
I'm a lock in now.
The more recent history between these two rosters, it's always been Vitality taking it up.
Very close games.
They have been close, always been a possibility and a chance for FUT, but that's story of FUT really. Always playing a lot of teams close.
Changing things up here, moving Sops up over towards Rubble.
Yeah.
Yedajay, one away from the Steel Garden, defends with Sociable on the C side. Vitality are taking Mount away and threatening that they could be going for the C exec. The nade might break some thorns, it does, but they still haven't baited out the Vice Wall, and they don't even know that the Vice Wall is there. It could still be at front B.
Yeah, Sop posted deep over towards A. Viper's going to be causing issues, but he's on the line here. Util primed.
This is the up beyond.
Fowler waiting out of sight lines for now. This wall up could pose problems. Sop waiting for now. Crouched. Ready to pounce on a chance, but as soon as the wall goes up, they'll have to respect it.
Okay, wall up.
Good patience.
People walk out. Re-clear Rubble.
You don't want that to drop, and then Dirk could be already on the line.
Already, we're going to see it now. Just waiting for smokes to
Smoke them
generate.
off.
First one gonna be
Doing a
coming
good
off
job
the
just
angle,
pushing
and
the
now
op
they're gonna
back. They're
move
very
towards
sure the
the
op
side.
is here.
About 30 seconds left. Vitality not with a lot of time to work with here, but the A side isn't being reinforced at all. But DTP might help out. That's going to be Sociable trying to join up towards that blue room angle. How is that happening? Lining
Sayonara
up
is shooting today.
Susu will go down. Sayonara, a massive opener, not a pit as well. Lays it onto the B site.
Yeah,
Giving
it's a pretty good pit.
Cover for FUT. Blind fire and spam.
He made noise. Yep, Chronicle knew.
Chronicle's finding kills like that. It's already decided for FUT.
And time to save.
Slow, methodical round, but Yampi very much in control of this one. Despite not baiting out the Vice Wall, Sop just got pushed back by layer after layer of the smoke utility.
Yeah, the smoke stuff at A was really nice.
Nicely the power of this Viper Omen comp on Lotus. Sop, he might have to take a risk in some of these rounds and start stepping forwards, risking it. But the more risk you take, the more chance of Vitality you're going to punish and get that opening kill.
Absolutely.
It shows respect this time. Sociable goes trying to lure somebody in.
And Kron is going to be sticking around to try and punish him. Sociable, did he even get out of this? It's going to be going down with a ship, but all good.
Not sure that was 100% worth it, but they're going to keep a little bit of damage on the Vitality economy, I suppose.
Okay, instantly. Timeout taken by FUT despite the one-round lead.
I would imagine the coaches want some level of input in order to put Sop's operator in a better position. The way that you just saw him get pushed back and back and back, if he's going to get pushed back like that, he probably needs some help from another teammate to get him on a deeper line.
Yeah.
Or at least to get a teammate there ready to fight over it.
Yeah.
Ooh, Durka picks up the attack operator.
Bambino, there's just a lot of good stuff to talk about with this coaching staff. The prep that they have had coming into the event has been excellent. They reinvented themselves. They started playing quite different compositions, moved Zeus away from the Phoenix. The ideas that they've had, the anti-strats that they've had, it's all been very good. But that's mostly been prep against other regions. They've been the team to eliminate Americas. They've been the team to be able to battle past critical matches with Pacific teams early on. That went against Full Sense. In their matches against Vitality, they've actually struggled with that kind of stuff, with closing out the big rounds.
It's often the case with some of the regional matchups when you play against teams that know you so damn well. Different task, even if the stage is slightly different.
Neon's probably Rookie of the Year. Who would be the closest second? Yeah, it's probably Sayonara. It could also be Blows, and it could also be X-Ross.
Really to lift trophies.
Like if Nongshim has a really good stage too, it could also be X-Ross for sure.
Be said for FUT. Now we're going to see a clash. Potentially over towards this A Rubble
But
side.
yeah, I'd say Neon, X-Ross.
See how slow Vitality end up taking this.
Sayonara.
Sees nades sailing up towards the side.
I mean, if FUT wins this event, it could also be like Sop,
sound cues, mass
potentially.
rotation now by FUT.
Vitality don't want to opt into that when the ults are so good from FUT. And immediately you see Zeus starting to transition over towards B. His showstopper could shut down any kind of B reaction.
Where are you?
It's going to be slow though. Durka's got the attack operator. Vitality's going to want to move around the map and put him in positions where he could be able to generate picks.
He's got access to the orb, so he's going to be able to earn a showstopper himself. Just waiting for the right
Yeah,
time to do
I think it's a little too close right now to like decisively say who it is. But if Neon keeps up what he's been doing, I think he's kind of like the runaway favorite. He just looks like he could be like Osboss. Like legitimately, like he could just be the next Osboss. Which is kind of insane to say.
It's going to be messy, isn't it? Thorn's still not broken.
Is as clear as Kayak last year? I don't think so.
And it's going to be sailing that towards back pillar. The Thorns dead as a result of it. Up towards the top. Anger at angle. Yedaj's job just to really buy time and space for his team to get into the retake. Zeus sidestep with the Prowler. Forwards though, it's an important kill. It's not much showstopper now for the retake. And Vitality going to be taking this one forward. Steel Garden. Yu's going to be cutting away the guns, but Durka out of range of all of it.
What?
How is Yambi getting away with
Dude,
it?
how are they winning all of these duels?
Still, man, he's running a mockery over
What
it.
the heck?
Forced the issue for Sociable. Got to back away. Got to save the gun.
How did they win every single one of those?
Could not have gone worse for FUT. That is an absolute disaster. Durka didn't even have to use the showstopper.
They literally just lost every duel.
And Yampi's getting away with murder in Waterfall. Sociable doesn't even get to keep the gun. That's a violation.
Yeah.
That's a bad round coming out of a timeout. Oh my goodness.
Backside of the FUT timeout too.
But the only thing that could have gone worse is if Zeus popped the showstopper.
Sure,
and
yeah,
ulted himself.
Yeah, exactly. At least they've still got that one for the next round, but the money is not going to be good for FUT.
What happens, guys? Not an easy game already. What happened?
Yeah. Give it a chat.
There is a big difference in experience for these two teams. I think that's one of the things that contributed
The
to
thing
those
about Kayak
missed
though, like
opportunities for
the
FUT
reason
last time
that
they played against
I made
Vitality.
my
The last
statement
two
that I think
times they
Neon
played
is the
against
best player to
Vitality.
join Tier 1 since something
Vitality,
is that like yes, Kayak was amazing last year, but also the Fnatic system is so good that I feel like not that anybody could do what Kayak did, but like the system kind of makes it easier for somebody to be really good. You know?
Yeah, this one goes. It's a nice idea. Double up with a high-low. Smoke's still going to be causing issues for them. There's a slight gap in it. It's layered down by FUT themselves.
You can actually take
Taking
space off of
around
this
here. The slower
utility?
pace
They
of
are.
Play by Vitality is definitely doing a lot to pick apart FUT and their position. Paranoid is going to be sent flying forwards here. Another smoke as well. Drop down. Just to make things awkward over towards tree. Force the players backing away. Crystali's getting good information, but again, the weaponry's not good, and we're looking at the B pivot. Crystali, now you're being pinched. You're looking to one way or the other. Just gonna okay, just trying to back out, being caught completely unaware. Got a little bit of miss here. Snakebite buys a bit of peace of mind for the plan to go down here for Vitality. They are looking well drilled, locked in.
And FUT are looking locked out. Zeus isn't going to want to invest his ult in this situation. Not when they're in a 4v5.
Now we need to see
I want to see FUT taking more chances. I feel like they are basically just retreating all the time.
Looking to pull attention towards him, but already stepped up to the challenge. It's Sayonara.
They kind of just look like they're retreating and not really...
Shots are just going wide there from the Marshall. Time already ticking.
Not really playing together as a team right now.
Yambi going hunting, looking for the kills. Last one left is Yedajay, and he's not long for the world. So
Another big round from Sayonara.
Vitality in control.
At the moment, this roster is showing you the potential that it has. This is an incredibly disciplined and successful attack side so far from Vitality. I think this tournament's probably the first time that they are anywhere near living up to the promise, the potential of this roster. It was built as a super team. It's built to go and contest for trophies. If Vitality win here, if FUT win here, you're at a top 4 in a tournament. But they'll be looking further.
Will be.
And we've seen some really solid form from Vitality. But I want FUT to pressure them more than this.
Yeah,
This
round.
next rifle round's got to be it.
It has to be. Early fight over towards A Rubble. Already got the space deep over towards it, but they're hard committing with a abundance of bodies here. As soon as this curtain drops, it's going to be spoiling the surprise. It's soft. It's quick onto it. Satchels.
He lives.
Like Turkey, just barely gets out of dodge.
But Viper going down means this round becomes very one-dimensional.
He's way out in the open. Yedajay's got to cover his back. Trigger with a wall. This is good for the Vice util, but still hard committed.
They're going to try and clear out Yampi. He's in trouble.
Yampi is in trouble. Calling for the bailout, and that's a slow, methodical element that's putting a squeeze. Yedajay trying to stand up toward that pressure.
Okay, Vitality's found a gap.
3v3.
Durka has Rocket also.
They were the team that was actually going to be running the trap on Yampi there. Turn the table,
Speed this
on.
up.
What?
That's lovely.
Nightfall scatters out. And one shot on the dark does find a mark. That means the plant's not going down. Zeus.
Dirk is dead here.
Flank here. Still with the showstoppers at the back.
No way he considers this. Oh, it's a nice scan.
Big reveal.
It's a nice scan.
Just looking to see if he can disjoint, snap back away from the seas, but it's all watched for.
Okay, nice round by FUT.
Into the dust, into
good
the
proactivity. They actually like re-cleared B.
Not giving up so lightly.
And they needed that one to
much better.
Sop finally finds a moment to be able to have
much
some
better
value.
for them.
Sayonara drops the ball there, hoping to get the punish, but Sop's quicker on the trigger. And that horn was everything.
Yeah.
Don't swing the... Don't think they were supposed to swing that.
No.
According to Scott's
game
like plan that he built for them.
There.
Zeus utilized the showstopper previous round. It feels like Dirk has just been holding on to his forever.
Waiting for the right time to use it and strike, but...
Yeah, much more proactivity out of FUT since the timeout.
Was this A presence, but they've got nobody watching any of these areas. Sop, so damn brave. Deep push out towards B.
They've taken so much space.
Be approaching, surrounded on every front. Vitality, not aware of this. They've been doing a lot of pump fakes into A, trying to pull out some of the util and pivoting into B.
Okay, they're just gonna exec here. Double ult for the exec.
Someone's gonna be let loose.
I don't think that's very good.
Onto the flank here, hiring on his sound cues. Prophet's gonna try and put a stop to it. He does. Single-handedly going to be holding this one back. The top seeing if he can pull more out.
I really don't like the double
into
ult.
these fights. Massive player advantage now for Vitality. Dirk is still with this ultimately.
I think they should be.
He's being surrounded here. Flip the switch, sidestepping this one, but Social has a bullet to the dome.
I think it should be Fade ult with Raze ult as the exec.
Entirely empowered onto the retake. Why didn't that time?
I mean, maybe it's fine because the Vice ult kind of gets canceled by this, but why is Durka holding this ult for so long? I don't understand. Like, Fade ult plus Rocket should be a free kill. Gets you a lot of space, and then you can use the Vice ult to protect the site afterwards. I don't love their sequence.
But as you said, FUT swarm in.
Pop the Raze ults.
Yeah, I mean, we were saying it.
And he hits the timeout.
Yep, pen on the notebook, timeout button hit.
Durka,
why didn't you use
Is the button working, Durka? It is a tactical timeout, though, not a tech timeout. So I think his L button is presumably still working.
Yep. That could be the Coinbase win con.
Yeah, I think the Coinbase win condition is for them to actually use some of their ultimates
the ult
in this spot.
button is, yeah.
But I think what they're trying to do is play fairly slowly and get a read on what FUT are going for, but they didn't have the information. In that round, all 5 grouped up towards Rubble. And FUT, to their credit, it's a really good idea to be going for something unusual like that B push in a round where you have a big ult disadvantage.
You'll be going to OT, you think?
Get the flank retake
I mean,
going,
maybe.
and that's where Sop can shine. What was FUT's big strength of being able to bulldoze over G2? It was how tight they were playing.
Yeah.
And their spacing, the way that they traded off each other. I think you saw it demonstrated there with Sop and Crostali.
Fundamentals just being rock solid. FUT have let that slip at times when they let the the pressure, I think, at the moment take
Money's
over.
still not terrible
Now
for
we're seeing
Vitality.
a very strong start from FUT. They might finally be able to best Vitality this year. Early days yet, of course, map 1, but pressure is on Vitality. Sop again with his op line. He's going to be taking it nice and early. Deep walk up on both sides here. Yampi with his haunt, holding it out. And as soon as the curtain drops again, this is going to be carnage. Stepping forwards, it's broken. Sociable's right there, and here it is. Aims train, Durka's finding it, but he snaps to the side, back again. Spike going to be reclaimed. It's a fight that is won out.
What do they do? What do they do? What do they do? They're
Vitality
scrambling.
with a player advantage.
A pretty important tag timeout, I'd say. Durka hits the ult, comes back, lands down to earth, spins and hits another. Creates a player advantage.
Just don't get picked by this neon is the main thing.
No, they love slowing the rounds down in situations like this. A little bit like Lev.
TP is straight onto the B side, looking to see if he can spot out, poke out the positions. It's going to be wall steaded. Thorns on top of it. Sop is right there. He's only got the operator. No, that is brave.
That is an insane play.
Still secures the shot. Lightning fast with it.
Insane play to be making.
Oh my! It's a decent try by FUT. Vitality.
I can't believe he went for that.
Sop felt like he had to bail even after getting the punish there onto Durka. Allowed a little bit of a gap for the rest of Vitality to come in. Oh, look at that movement. Ridiculous from Durka. And well held on the angles here from Kron and Profek. Closing out the round. Another close situation that goes away Vitality. Brings them up 5-5. And it pushes FUT's economy back down into the dirt. I think the big thing, though, that Yampi's still not quite doing is baiting out the Vice wall early on. That was a bit tricky there. They asked a lot of Durka.
Really did, but he delivered. Same to be said when Kron and Profit were left into it.
Oh, they don't even have it this round because it's Nico.
They're not even choosing to invest into it. We're going to see this one fast, whipping its way across, but there's plenty of players waiting over towards C-Mount. Hold on, doors open.
They're reverse clearing this, but they don't have very many people here.
It's up to Yampi to see if he can defend over the shoulder with the rifles. They are looking to put that squeeze.
Wow, they just don't care. Durka doesn't care. He's just playing aggro.
It's a risky idea by FUT, but when they've got the weaker weapons, you can understand it.
And it's also good protocols from Vitality. You see the way that Durka tucks. It looks like he's in the open. It looks like he could be punished. But Yampi's got his back from a very long angle there as the other players come through round 2.
It's interesting. It seems like every couple of rounds, Vitality plays just like some absolute dominant rounds where they look like they're super far ahead of FUT. And then they kind of get outshot in a couple of rounds.
Despite losing a pistol round.
And then they go back to dominating again.
Strong on their map pick. Could have been some questions when they didn't go towards Pearl. They have a permaban. They have a map that they do not want to play, so it creates that open question for Vitality.
That's the question we got later on. I mean, map 2 of Ascent. Vitality have been banning it a lot. We'll see when we get there. For now, one more round to play in this half, and one more half yet to be played. Stop immediately.
Oh, he's moving.
Goes wide. He's moving. Inaccuracy. Bullet going to the skybox.
That's lucky for Profek.
It really is. Same slow beginnings by Vitality. Heavy leaning over towards A, but they never want to rush into things.
Sop takes another shot, just indicating that he's there. Still stays in position, though. They are leaving A completely up to Yedajay. He's got the Steel Garden in his back pocket. They're hoping that that's enough.
It's so much pressure to place on his shoulders. Wall is being scoped out, baited out now. It's going to indicate quite a bit. Vitality have been leaning into the B.
Hit tree.
Back of this one. Paranoia is good to see if
No,
they can push
they
this back
explore
out away
vents
already.
and tree at the same time. Insert Sayonara.
That deep insert over towards blue link.
That's incredible patience from Yedajay, not just ripping the ult there.
Now what do they do?
Even though he was hit by the paranoia, he still was just waiting to see, are they running at me? No, it's a pump fake. He saves the ult. That could be the round winner right there.
Really could. It's a massive tool to save for
Yeah,
this
I guess
one.
they're going
Again,
B.
Door's going to be opening up wide, but Yedajay just needs to tight.
They're really trying to just figure out who's on the A site right now.
Vitality, they're looking for a little bit more. The horn's going to be broken. Yedajay does spoil.
Another door spin. Okay, gets the ult, and then they just go B. I mean, this is a great round for Vitality. It really is.
They're so deep already.
It's like incredibly disciplined, very methodical.
Yedajay now feeling like he has to fight his way out of a box. Plant's already down, the time pressure already mounting here. This is FUT that are scrambling for any sort of foothold as Profik.
It's super nice.
Bullet to the dome, Yedajay taken out, snapping to the side. It's a leg shot, but not enough for the kill. Massive player advantage again. Durka with that watchful eye, now with a showstopper earns up. There's damage done. Softening up, Sop. But what more can you really do?
Wow.
What is that?
Whoa. Did he even see him?
Almost beginning to end here, but they were in
Did he even
complete
see him
control
there?
for a select few rounds. 7-5 at the half.
And when Durka gets his ult online, he rips it immediately this time. Stylish as well, the way that he finished off that kill. Crazy.
I mean, he
Yedajay
just,
did what he could, but the rest of
it's
his
just
team
prediction,
let
I
that
guess.
massive gap in B be a big
That's
problem.
crazy.
Certainly did here. Still could be anyone's game. 7-5. Hell of a competitive half overall. But for now, Frankie is standing by. We're going to send it down to the co-streamer booth. We've got the biggest FUT fan in the world standing by.
Oh, God.
Really
Get this guy
serious
off stream.
matter. We've had several noise complaints from the co-streaming area because allegedly a British man has been seen in a FUT jersey yelling, screaming, chanting over the balcony. And he
Get
matches
this
your
guy off
description, sir.
stream.
What have you got to say for yourself?
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to push back. You know, we had the EDG game. There was a lot of EDG fans here rooting against FUT. So I'm just trying to push back the tidal wave. I mean, we got Yinsu supporting Vitality over there. Boaster's there, you know, supporting them as well, telling me Vitality going to win 2-0. We got biased casters here. Josh, Sideshow, Wilkinson supporting Vitality as well. So I'm just trying to push back from all the bias against FUT.
You're also contractually obliged to as well.
I mean, but I'm leaning in hard, you know.
I can hear you're leaning in hard. I need you to teach me and the audience some foot chants.
You want me to do one right now?
I do, yeah.
Okay, I mean, this is a once in a lifetime. I'm gonna stand up. Cameraman, get ready. Okay, here we go.
TMV.
And Sociable came over from Navi. He only wants to play with Crystalli. And Sop came over with a message. A full fan, don't play for free. That might have been a bad word I didn't say. You're very lucky that I remembered.
Yeah, I might have been fine. I never normally give my microphone away, but I did it for you because I think Foot needed that right now.
Yeah, they probably did. I mean, to be honest, I still feel okay. 7-5, still winnable for sure. So hopefully they can just win a second pistol here. You know, start hitting that C site with double duelist and win the game. Hopefully.
And if they win, do you oil up? Is that the word you use?
Let's end the interview there. That's been a great interview, I think. Let's cut it there.
Okay, cool. Well, I hate to disappoint the people holding the TNV oil up signs, but never mind. Let's head back to the game.
Just unreal. I don't think they're disappointed. I mean, they've been waiting for years at this point.
He's committed to doing it if Foot win the entire tournament.
There you go. One more reason to root for Foot.
There you go.
It's just unreal. Okay.
It has been a competitive half, but I think the thing that he's not discussed there is that Foot won the initial pistol. And so they probably need another, it feels like, to be able to get back into this, or big performances from Zeus and Sop on the double duelist entry.
Deep Haunt nice and early here, and you're right, pistol rounds potentially going to be required and essential at that. Vitality. Tricky setup over towards B main. Bait and switch. Sayonara is going to be tight here, but he does reveal his position, and now stepping forward. He's going to try and fight this paranoia. It's good, yet he's just blind firing, backpedaling. Somehow comes up with a kill. Now we're seeing a pivot over towards that blue room. Durka. Bad time to quit to the reload, yet somehow still living with it.
Whoa, they're trying to run him down. Whoa, whoa. Naded by a teammate.
Pushing him back and away. How is Durka still alive? Sail from multiple directions here. Shot through the wall. Barely alive here. Softened up the Foot opposition. Propek cleans that kill up. Anyone's game still, but Chronicle off onto that lurk angle. Has main control now. We're going to be put down. Into the grave once more. Sop.
Sop is killing everybody.
And a 2v2 is what we've landed into. Propek, snappy.
Wow. Wow. That's big.
Just in time.
They're getting such big performances out of key players in these moments, Vitality.
2-1 Foot.
Shut down similar attempts on the other side. 2K from Sop. There's suddenly belief.
Yeah, I mean, the Ascent could be the turning point.
Vitality's pistol.
Not winning the pistol here is kind of rough.
They've just been better in the rifle rounds.
He should be under you. David, can you just do something?
That's a classic call from Yampi. Foot now under a lot of pressure. Once they get the rifles back, they're going to be down quite a lot. Assuming the Vitality can clean this one up.
What a shot.
Good for it with the Outlaw, man.
Opportunity to feast for him. Build up to another ult. It's far away now, but with the Outlaw, you never know. You see that deep smoke lay it down. The Horn's not going to be dealt with. Does get a reveal onto Prophet, but a deep TP surely with a punish. They're trying to step up to it. Classics. Finding a couple of targets.
Sayonara walking through his own molly, getting vulnerable by his own molly. A little crazy.
Still it's traded. You're handing over potential weapons.
Probably not a good idea.
Bulldog.
Probably not a good idea to vulnerable yourself and walk through a smoke when you have a rifle against pistols. Sayonara maybe trolling the round.
Hits the mark, hits the shot. Spectre in hand, but Yedajay exchange of hands with a weapon right now. He's going to be revealing his position, just spotting these players out. Sidestepping Chronicle, massively trying to dodge and weave. Leaves it into that Yampi's hands. Yedajay.
Wow, Stinger gameplay.
And all secured in the end by
the Sayonara tried to lose them that round.
So many rounds that just come so close.
Sayonara tried to lose them
and
that
yet
round.
Foot are missing that extra piece to get them across the line.
Not an ideal play.
They had no weapons. It's a mad play from Sayonara, that one,
yes.
honestly.
Really not very good.
And Yedajay.
My brain is disconnected right now.
Durka saying his brain is disconnected. He just walked out into the open and got whacked by Zeus. They're elevating the cortisol levels of the coaches. But But it's pretty similar, to be honest, with round 2. Both of these teams almost lost after converting the pistol.
And it's a potent eco from both teams. You're exactly right. Mirrored. Means that it's not going to be really a proper eco from Vitality. They got the Outlaw, but investing into a couple of pistols. Not too much in terms of bite.
Everybody's got full armor as well on foot. So in theory, Durka shouldn't be able to find too many opportunities with this weapon.
Yeah, they're not risking it, but they are going for an aggro peak push out towards B. That's going to be silently a wedge inserted into the middle of the map here. The wall's going to be stunting them for now. If there's any attempt of a retreat back over towards A or C from any of these players, they might get cut up.
Prophet could go for a teleport, but I think someone would hear it. Depends if he can find just the perfect timing.
Yeah. But just slowly looking to see if they can take control, baiting out the Vice Wall, at least over towards the C side, but the rotations are called for Vitality here. Stacking over towards A now. Durka, shots actually connecting, at least with one of them. It's going to be Sociable, knocked down to 61.
At some point, these A and C players,
wow,
they have to
yeah, right before the smoke
have
blooms.
To go through or past Sayonara and Prophet.
And already you can start to see the damage might be done here. Prophet gearing up for it. Level of awareness.
Ooh.
Rifle aim is on point, but the bait and switch. Sayonara just dips straight past the wall. See if they've got that level of awareness. They do hear it. It's calmed out. Boombot going to be broken left. As a result. So he's getting some ground, but not awareness. Oh. Durka to close now.
The satchel. Wait, he's stuck.
And already going to see these players squaring up.
I mean, that's kind of a sick play by Durka.
Zeus finally stopped, but that Outlaw in the hands of Sob gets to work now. Through the door, Kron. Stray shots. Maybe an opportunity here. Shell's going to be pointing this one out though. FUT, you're going to need to see that discipline. The high-low setup is exactly what they needed to navigate it.
Nicely handled by FUT, but it was a nice try by Vitality as well.
As you're saying, Durka trying to keep them back with the blast packs. Madness. Definitely a dangerous moment there when Prophet's got the Sheriff trained, but FUT have navigated it fairly well, kept their economy looking good, and importantly got up to the first ult. Zeus outpacing Durka with more access to those ult orbs, more access potentially to the plants as well. My eyes are on him. Zeus has been one of the players that has stepped up the most from FUT. I think putting him onto stuff like the Raze has just opened his world up.
It's been activated. Slow takeover towards this a rubble fight. Hot shots as well about, and that's going to be a showstopper. Committed! Players are retreating, but Zeus is biding his time, holding it down for now, but he doesn't know which way to commit it. This one dissipating. Off the back of all that pressure, at least they have taken site control. Clearance now towards A, but there are players home now. Reinforcements.
They don't get anybody into drop.
Rapidly
yeah, this retake is going to be good.
Ricochet's back, it's going to be delayed.
But did not take enough space.
Players are flooding all the way in. Bodies, rifles while training to the angles here. Yambi's doing so much damn work surrounding them. Still Garden.
Okay, ult.
Forcing them back
Durka's in trouble now.
Going to be locked down to the secondaries, but
I need to protect him until his gun comes back up.
For Sociable trying to take advantage of
they
it.
did a nice job.
Play it down plan. Will go down.
Okay, now Vitality should wait. Okay. Good kill by Chronicle. Nicely done. There's no way. It's a very good round for Vitality.
Beautiful fundamentals from
Very good round. Yeah, super good.
I think that's a great way of describing it. Chronicle's holding the stairs push. Durka is the only player to get hit by the Steel Garden and yet protected the entire time. One player over towards that drop, one player in heaven. There was no way for FUT to be able to get in on the site and actually grab that kill. Sayonara and Prophet just did such a great job at creating that control and waiting to group back up. At this point, FUT desperately needs something, anything. They are down and they are losing almost all of these rifle rounds. They're going to take a tactical timeout here. Hey, it looks like Vitality maybe should have been picking Lotus in the previous games that they played against them.
I mean, apparently, and they're going to be set up for success as well moving forward. I don't know what FUT can cook up at this point. The money, bottom of the bargain bin. That's what they're scraping for when it comes to weaponry. FUT don't have a lot.
I think you've got to be hoping.
FUT looks a little low energy today.
It'll give them an idea for the next rifle round.
I'm going to assume that they're getting a little bit tired since they've just been playing and playing and playing and playing and playing.
You really are just relying on someone having a hero round to get you back into this game.
I hard agree. So one of the hopes potentially to pull some of the ultimates out of Vitality, because it's starting to build up to some of the big ones. Some of the biggest ones they've already got, so...
It is Vitality's map pick, but my God, they're playing like it. Yeah. It's been a very, very clean game so far.
It's competitive up to a certain point, but now firmly in the driving seat, 4-round lead. Might look to make it 5.
A scrap over towards Mound where Zeus lands an early kill with the Vandal. Hey, there could be chances for FUT.
Possibilities. The hero rifle in his hands. Joker's going to be meeting it though. Horn's going to be broken and dealt with there.
2-1 FUT again.
Just a fake lane. They could be fighting over towards C-Mount control.
I'll see it. I'll believe it when I see it.
Anticipating and pulling back now.
I will believe it when I see it.
Would love to get that ult orb.
He really would. Door opens up. It is going to force Chronicle to at least rock and death some of the util. The Thorns and the Wall's going to be already triggered. DTP's up and about. This is FUT looking like they do want to commit into this one. No messing around. There's no pump fakes. Walking away all the way into the side.
Shot by Chronicle.
Element of vitality. Steady hand and steady aim.
Again, they don't have drop control.
Already got that player advantage situation. It's at the top. Overdrive now. Offloaded. He's gliding his way all the way into the back. Forcing out the ultimates forwards. Can't quite square up for the fight properly.
Yeah, the post plants from FUT are not very good on A site.
Rifles just too potent in the hands.
They don't seem to understand where you need to play.
They have to use the one ult for their trouble.
Another great round, another controlled round, another one where FUT crash up against the rocks to no avail. Vitality simply hold strong in good positions. High-low, punish onto Sock, stopping them from running away with the round. And every time it feels like FUT are building up a little bit of momentum, it gets ruined.
So if you take A site, you gotta get drop controls like those.
They've been allowing FUT to get into the sites. You can see 4 of these rounds have been
You want
based
people
on
in
retakes.
these spots.
They're happy for FUT to get in as long as they don't control the important positions. Chronicle's left alone on C because he has that steel garden in his back pocket to play with.
Be able to delay even if FUT do speed up here.
It's even more important now that they've changed the site so you can't plant here anymore.
It's going to be rebounding.
So in the past you could play your post plant from out here, but now you have to play on site, so you need drop.
Being showcased as Sayonara immediately inserting himself into a one-and-done position. Something for Chronicle to play off of alongside Durka.
Durka rotated very quickly with the showstopper.
Smoke might cause issues here. Stop just
nice
up
contact.
And now I see a showstopper used.
Wow.
Just goes wide here.
Heavy damage on cross
done, but no kills claimed. It's 4v4, 1 minute onto the mark.
Profex reinforced as well. There's still 3 players here.
Dangerous.
Yeah, Sociable wants to create some pressure with his
ult.
ults.
Looks great.
About it, perhaps.
I mean, he really should just teleport somewhere, I think. Teleporting here would be sick. Teleports onto B. I think that's fine too.
Dips his way all the way in. Mistime it. Yeah, the wall's going to be going up. Cuts him out.
Ooh, losing time here is bad.
Here. Vitality showing up patience when it comes to the retakes, and they have big ults for it.
30 seconds left.
That goes down though.
Chronicles ult surely going to be the go signal. Profex still with a paranoia to play off as well. Yampy, Profex, Kron, they still have so many tools to deal with this.
But stacked up.
FUT have to find a player to be fair to them. They've got outside of the steel guard.
There's 3 players out of range of it, but it's going to be predictable in terms of the locations. Look at that, it's a paranoia and an aid. It's perfect with the util. Push these players wide out.
It should just stick half here.
Pressure onto the A main, a bit of raw random spam rifles at hand.
Yeah, I don't like how Vitality played this.
TTP, Profek shuts it all down, and out of the fuse can be stuck with safety in mind. Surely not. Deep push. Son trying to find it. And now they know nobody's on it. Has to be the full stick. Chronicle with a tap, looking to pull them out, but he's already lost the wing cons. Looking for the kill. But at this point, around
they needed to stick half immediately.
Able to find the perfect line, the path to victory in the midst of all of that.
They hold on by the skin of their teeth.
While they had smokes up, they needed to stick
with
half.
a big ultimate, knocking all of the sound cues away from Vitality and playing their health as well. Spam delivers the kill onto Yampy. And then that push back through, pulling more and more players off of the defuse. The damage is large, but they need these rounds on the board. And they're still going to be able to get a buy together. It's only Crostali that has to go with the Guardian.
Needs to be dealt with here. It's not broken, it's a big reveal. Reveals at least that TTP has crossed up and towards the side. But they do
fighting by
it
himself.
with taken out. Player with a hot hand. Not going to be available anymore.
Kind of destroyed themselves with their own wall there.
To see if they can exchange a Guardian for a bit of a better weapon, and Vitality is scrambling, just backpedaling, looking to see if they can survive. What is that? Just with the Guardian spamming through the smoke.
Momentum shifted in this game here. FUT putting together one big round, and now in a 5v3, they can start closing this gap. Got to be able to get through this one, though. No mistakes, no opportunities for great players like Kron to get back in. They are headed towards his site, though.
Yeah. Know what Chronicle's capable of, the experience, the tenure. The cabinet is filled to the brim. Might have a score to settle as well with some of these players. We'll see it, holding it, slide off, angle towards the back here. Has called for help. It's Prophet going to be joining him, but still just 2v5. How do they handle it? The Thorn's going to be deaded early here. The nade sailing up towards and over towards the top. Kron only just the one before the trade is there, but Prophet, there it is immediately. Anthony Yuppie! Right from behind. Sound cues and the pressure made. Nobody was turning to face him.
Oh, he taps. Wait, he was thinking of going B. Oh boy.
Another tap. Yuppie holding his nerve. Over towards the top though with the season. He knows that his plan is not being committed now. He sees it all. Pressure's on. Crystalli sticking. Gets the plant down, but he doesn't know where Yuppie is. It's a
Wow, nicely played by Yampy. That was really good. Really good.
2 rounds now. Yampy has delivered for them on the C site by just rushing his opponent with a light weapon. He steals it away from Crystalli, who's got a small smile on his face as he watches Lotus slip away. 11 HP. And that's a 3v5. They got themselves in such excellent positions to shut that down. How is Yuppie ready at the B door as the C hit comes through? Like, they understood exactly what was going on there.
Timing could not have been more perfect.
But have to convert rounds like that if they have a chance of getting past Vitality.
Find you.
Money's not here, but this is last real chance to survive in this map. Vitality just looking for the finishing moment really here on Lotus.
Yeah, 4 sheriffs.
Bits and pieces of spam, the bullets just raining down. How the hell is there no damage being done here?
Absolutely 0 bullets hitting Yenerjek.
Somehow avoiding all of it here.
Neo.
Look how much space Dirk has taken.
Scared of the prospect of that outlaw, but now this could get messy. Again, really unaware here. Chronicle with a chance to really deliver. There it is, bullet straight to the dome. Potentially that flash is excellent.
Wow, I mean, great kills from Chronicle. It was a nice round though from FUT. Very decisive.
They don't know about Durka. Makes it sing. Durka up onto the flank. This could be everything. Unaccounted for in his position, and about just poking out. Damage done. 10 HP, the nade sailing down, and it's going to be Prophet playing up those sound cues. Crystalli's caught in the corner.
Wow. Durka Chronicle win them the round. Very nice, very nice. Very nice map. Okay, FUT needs to bounce back. I mean, they're going to what should be one of their favorite maps. But okay. Yeah, good little recovery. I will be right back. Or I'll wait till the dust comes back, and then I'm gonna close the windows in my house real quick. I don't know. Diana's been saying FUT 2-1. So, do we believe that? Or is it going to be Vitality 2-0? Three minutes. Okay, I'll be right back.
be at least somewhat pleased because, well, folks, we have our, Verizon
I might be able to get both
high-speed
series
moment
in.
of the match from Vitality, and most importantly, it was from the likes of Durka. This guy.
I also thought my meeting was in person, but it's online, so
cool 20
I don't have to go anywhere,
this
which
is
is cool.
Exactly what the doctor ordered for Vitality.
Yeah, Durka is the kind of player that will be able to have individual moments throughout a map such as this one. I think it just goes to show the kind of caliber of experience this kind of roster has, right? You can always rely on Durka to come out with some crazy plays such as this one.
Yeah, this was ridiculous, though. Getting the ult to drop back down for a second on that refight. And I do agree with Pal's assessment there, that there were quite a few moments where I think Vitality started to let things slip and had to rely on a bit of the individualism to bail them out. But what was great was that they were delivering in those moments very consistently, whether it be the Yampi clutches or the Durka multi-kills. All of those guys were stepping up in those rounds that got messy.
And I can understand the frustration because I think for Coach Pal, he looks at these players, especially the veterans on that stage, Yampi, Chronicle, Durka. He's looking at them and saying, hey guys, like these weird little moments we got to clean up. Like we are one of the best teams in the world. Veterans, guys who've been doing this for a super long time. We shouldn't be making these kinds of errors, which I think is maybe a little harsh, but at the same time, maybe necessary considering you're fighting for top 4 here at a global event.
When I think back to Pal's team last year of that BBL roster, there was a lot of overheating. There was moments where there was lacks of discipline. And yeah, sometimes that does happen here, but he is the kind of guy that is always going to keep it honest, keep it real with the rest of his players. Guys, let's not get too excited and think that we've won the series.
Yeah. Durka's been so consistent. What are his stats at this event? He's got to be really high.
In those kind of last rounds to be able to get it to map point, but yeah, just dial it back a little bit.
I'd be more positive. I think in the second half, it was a really good approach from Team Vitality.
Yeah.
In particular, I liked how they were going for early aggression on
top
one
4
side
by
to shoot
rating,
away, but then quickly
top
calling
2
away
by
from that,
ACS,
playing a lot of set retakes.
number
When
1
you try and
ADR.
anchor against FUT, their double duels
That's
are
crazy.
so excellent at just destroying you on those rounds.
Yeah.
But they were constantly playing that step back and then fighting forward to flood once FUT
Number 4
expended their
kills
utility.
per round,
That's exactly
first
the
kills
right
per
approach.
round.
And the execution on defense.
He's been
was
owning.
Yeah, no, it truly was. But of
He's
course,
definitely
the question
been
on our
owning.
mind is how does FUT respond? How do they bounce back? Well, that's going to start with the coaching staff. So let's send it over to Jen Lee once again, standing by with the main man, Vlad.
Here we have Coach Vlad of FUT. Vlad, what is it going to take you guys to take it to map 3?
I think we gotta just give our energy because we didn't give anything at all in the Lotus.
Thank you so much. And FUT's map.
Yeah, that's sort of what I was feeling. I definitely think that
That's right, and we know that
FUT seems like they're kind of low energy today. I bet they're just tired, dude. They've been grinding. They've been playing a lot of games.
I understand that, especially in this environment, you're going to need to ramp that up, and that
they're going to have played the most rounds out of anybody at this tournament by the end of the series.
Really on that stage for the Vitality team.
Well, we spoke
Most
to
likely.
Vlad the other day, and we had told him that he is on the team that has played probably the most rounds out of any other team left.
That's true.
In
Great
this
point.
tournament.
Great point.
Yep.
And it's the same, right? You're coming into this, you know that elimination's on the line. You need to build up that energy. And I think, especially when we consider how great
Yeah, you just get a little tired. You get a little tired over time. Paper X has played the least rounds at the event. They played 91 total rounds. That's it. That's crazy.
Vlad had also mentioned to us that
That's
they're
crazy.
happy to finally show their diversity across the map pool and being able to pick out Ascent in the previous series that they played. And I think that if you're Vitality, that may
you
be
just
what
get
you're
tired over
surprised
time
today. I
playing
don't
these
know if
games over
it's
and
a
over
map
and
that
over.
they maybe would have expected FUT to play into.
And of course, it is going to be
Especially if you're not playing any easy series, because I'm pretty sure every single series they played has gone 3 games, right? Except for maybe the one Vitality series.
So those boys must be reeling. But you gotta push a little bit more if you want to make it to that top 4.
It's been a month since Team Vitality have played this map, and we already see a change in the composition. Previously, it was Durka on
since
the
they
Neon.
beat
He
Full
changes over to
Sense,
Jet.
they've
Take
played
the Jet on this
best
one.
of 3,
An
all
icon
3 games
on
against
that
Vitality, best of
Agent.
3, all 3
And
games
this
against
game for
Energy,
me
best of
is
3,
a
all 3 games
clash
against
between the
EDG.
new and the old.
They stomped
It's
G2.
Durka on his iconic agent on a map he's always been
Yeah,
excellent
it's been a lot of
at
games.
against a FUT team that is so young, that is so hungry, and have one of the best up-and-comers in SOP on that role. We need to see so much more from him, so much more from Zeus in this map if they want to stay alive in this competition.
I'm really happy to see this pivot over from the Neon to the Jet. I think that this suits Derka perfectly, especially when we consider the sniper usage that we're expecting, especially starting on this defense, how they're going to fight for those extremities.
I almost would rather see Yampy play KO and Sayonara play Sova on this map.
In that grand final when they had the double map ban advantage.
Just based off of what I've seen of them playing these agents in other parts of this tournament.
On the stage, that was
Slash
a highlight
stage
for
1.
me in being able to set Sop up into these great deep angles on the Outlaw in those positions.
Yeah, I'm looking for Vitality's answers to mid-control on this defensive side. I think FUT did a great job of playing into a lot of splits against G2, using the wall to facilitate those ideas. I think Derka's off is going to be a big win condition for them in this first half.
Yeah, Sayonara's Phoenix has been worse than most people at this tournament.
Map 3, but we have seen them do that time and time again. Does Vitality though shut the dream down? Let's send it back over to your casters, Brennan Sideshow, for the call.
Exactly right here.
Overall, Phoenix has not been doing super great at this event. Everybody was saying this is like Phoenix meta.
For both of these teams, there's
hasn't really been working out too well. Sato's been great, but other than that, it's been pretty mid.
To as well reach even higher peaks than they have in the past. As an org, as players
Kiko, not good. Sayonara, pretty low.
They've got to put their best foot forward.
Smoggy, Jip Boys, Leaf, Autumn. Nobody other than Sato is doing very well in Phoenix. Even Primi, it's like his stats aren't very good. 3 first kills per round. 0.3, 0.03.
One of them in that top 4, and I love the
They're not very good.
Jets that we're getting here. It is the old against the new.
Yeah.
The legacy Jet of Derka, who's been here from the very beginning, versus Sop, a player that was more known for the Neon, to be honest, who's come out at Masters London and just looked incredible.
We're about to be treated to one hell of a clash here.
Yeah, I agree.
Until ready, the smoke's going to be laid down. Paranoia, safe for now. Wants to stunt this one, but FUT are not messing around. That's a deep dash off the back of it. Paranoia, but that's going to be a connection.
He
the
is dead.
Revealed into the corner. The Shakhtar clears him out. So one was going down in the process with a heal in the back pocket. Deep cage gives Derka a window of opportunity. Dashes back to the side.
Derka on pistols.
Now almost taken down. So
The first clash between those Jets ended up being a stalemate. Derka's taken a bunch of chip damage though.
Both sides. Sop also weak as anything, but a post plant down now, and a flank starting to activate. Vitality.
Double flank is kind of nice.
Fronts here. It's got to be cleared up. A sociable. Doesn't really want to contest.
Yeah, they hit the Phoenix.
Derka
on pistol rounds. Oh, Sayonara, you got to hit that. Derka on pistol rounds.
That's illegal. Minimap pressure off of everything the rest of his team.
Derka on pistol rounds is something else, dude. Wow, what a great retake from them. That was really nice.
I'm sorry, what on earth has Derka just done with those 2 kills? The first one is disgusting, the second one is just... Oh. How on earth has he got both of those? Sociable should have been a really difficult player to get through. 2 players on the flank.
Dude, Derka on pistol rounds is different. He is different. Wow.
Ruinous for FUT in the pistol. And Derka's showing you why he's so great. I mean, the way that he's challenging, backing off, refighting. The timing of how he fights is so good on defense.
The rest of his team's pressure that they create. Keep going on about it, but just for his own play, you get to see the tenure and experience made manifest.
Oh, there's a great reason why we had high expectations for the Vitality team.
Yeah.
Because of what these players have done before.
FUT looking to see if they can explode out and catch a player unaware. Here goes.
Okay. Nice little duel from Zeus.
Zeus ends up taking him out.
But
really
just a ghost.
Chronicle's already inserted himself in through main, and Derka looking to see if he can plug up the gaps.
Yeah, he does get one. Good coverage.
There it is, Chronicle.
Nice crossfire by Chronicle and Derka.
The sound cues, the pressure that's created from the rest of them, and Sayonara
Yeah,
happy to plug
well
up the
played by
gaps.
them. Good decision making.
1-2 punch of Derka. Chron has been a menace here.
Good decision making.
They're the 2 players you're looking for in Vitality. The big names, the ones who know what it is to win. This is a region that's been starved of trophies for so long.
Yeah.
Haven't lifted a trophy since 2023. No Fnatic even at this event, but we do have Derka and we do have Chron wearing a different jersey this time.
Change of the tide. Hopes and dreams on EMEA for one of these squads will be dashed at the end of this.
Pressure looking to push out through Gelato here.
Yeah. It's going to be missing a trip.
This is off the one-way timing being dropped, perhaps?
Yeah, not too sure. Sociable, he's just got knife out right now.
There it goes.
Here, dissipates, and there's a flash up towards the top, updraft. It's a doubled up play.
Okay, it's not bad.
Disengages, wants nothing to do with it. Now making moves over towards the other side of the map, but that wall's going to be causing problems again. Slow off, might be finding a mark there. Outlaw shots ringing out.
Good tag. This is super losable for FUT. Yeah.
As anything, Yampy. Raw spam. As soon as he hears the switch.
Great dart.
Being hit. Big reveal there from the dart.
Really good dart.
Danger here for FUT. They are
Ooh, Chronicle.
But they got to try and punch a hole straight through it anyway. Yampy! He's not done.
Yeah, this is a very nice bonus. Very nice bonus from Vitality. FUT is looking like they are pretty low energy. All right, Diana, let's see. Let's see. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Yampy chips it down, and that's before he gets a wallbang kill, before he's even used the recon. Well, he barely aims there, doesn't he? Just spamming it in.
Scattering the shots, hoping that he can pick one up.
We look lost, we look lost. We look lost.
Mad frustration.
No break on the recon dart. That's got to be incredibly frustrating. But also no bait on that Vice wall. Just popping in, getting scrambled by the gelato push.
There's that question about inexperience.
Dude, they look like they are out of it. They look like they are out of it.
Pressures upon them. They've never been able to best Vitality since 2025.
Vitality have already taken down EMEA #1 seed. They got their revenge game. This was supposed to be FUT's. They should be coming into this with fire in their belly, wanting to get one up over the team that's constantly held them down. That's a nice shot.
Sharp, but not enough for the kill. The wall just saving Yampy there.
They need a spark from somebody. Everybody is just kind of sitting around.
Peaked early on.
Ready for it though. Turkers watching one avenue. Look at it, locking down the main, and there's Frothing. Your time to shine.
Yeah. FUT's going to call a timeout here, and they're probably just going to call some fast stuff because they do not look like they have any idea how to play the map right now.
Yeah, it's a mild overheat, and also Prophet is okay. For a moment there, Prophet was the only player, but I think Sayonara spotted him, trapped him.
Yeah, paranoia. It's good for it.
It's very, very like.
Powell's interview and a coach.
You can just tell that their communication is not very good right now.
From Vitality.
It looks like a team that's tired.
But I feel like Vitality are doing their best to really pump the brakes. Biding their time, wait for the appropriate util to get used, and then swinging and playing off of it.
Yeah, I was surprised by that as well, actually. He was more negative than I was expecting. There were some sloppy moments where things came down to clutches, but there were fewer than in the previous times that these teams have matched up. Actually, Vitality have been pretty well controlled. I think some of the tension might perhaps be getting to even the coaches.
We need to see a big step up here from FUT. Anything to turn this around. Down by 4 rounds.
Why didn't he pull the trip back?
In their hands. They're biding their time.
Why did he just let them break the trip?
Zeus can try to play for the ult orb over towards A. That'll give them options, ideas to play towards. But Sociable's got to come up with some kind of game plan to crack this difficult defense.
It's posturing on either side right now. No hard committal. FUT.
Yeah, they get the res.
In their approach.
They don't have B control though, so they can't really go do the elevator. They should probably go try to do the elevator though. Just like drone them off, push them back, wall up.
Brutal if they do tread into B main.
Cam already broken earlier here. We're going to take a listen in to see if FUT can deal with it.
Böyle attım. Yakına gel, pikle buraya. Drone'un var mı? Drone var. Tamam bekle. Gardına smoke vereceğim. Aç. Yakın sol yok. Corner'de. Yine smoke attı. Side'de 2. Ulti atacağım ona. Bir yeşil. Bekliyor kanka full.
Oh, I killed his teammate. Yeah, it's rough.
Yürüyorum buraya.
Dude, they sound horrible in comms right now. I don't speak Turkish, but you can just tell that their communication energy is extremely low.
That's diabolical. It's all gone wrong. They lose Sop inside of the ultimate, and Zeus was the player with the res. He died to a headshot.
All gone wrong. There's only 14 seconds left.
They sound like they have no energy, bro.
Where's the avenue?
Oh my god.
They don't know. Where do we even go here? You have no choice but to save. This is FUT that are just losing their head at this point.
That round is absolutely diabolical. What a moment for us to have jumped into the comms. Sop slowed down on the entry, 0, 0, and 5. Killed by his own Hunter's Fury, and then the player that could have raised him might have been able to keep up even a shred of the momentum through trade.
So slow, lethargic by FUT.
Instantly.
Yeah.
There are still 2 players on FUT 5 rounds in without a kill to their name. The coaches have got to take a moment. I mean, is it going to be nerves? Is it going to be just trying to get them to play more like themselves? They are trying to have a slower approach to this. They're prodding, they're looking for utility. It's difficult to deal with. You've got Durka going to be aggressive with the op. Sayonara could be flash peeking. Lots of different trap setups to run with the Phoenix in the comp. And you also have to default and deal with the Vice util somewhere.
It's a lot to handle.
Ascent is always going to be hard when you're on the attack side, but they do look lost. Just to take Vitality's coaching staff's, FUT's coaching staff's own words about what they were saying about their team, they do look lost.
They got to turn around. They got to pick up the hopes and dreams here. Looking towards that Coinbase win con, but that's going to be it. The morale needs to be there. Some urgencies from FUT, some belief in themselves that they can do it, because they're getting shut out here.
I think the Coinbase win condition is going to be mental. It's going to be the coaches instilling.
Dude, they sounded so tired. Holy shit.
They don't look like they believe that they can win right now. They don't look like they think that they are going to come out on top in these skirmishes. It's constantly backpedaling and fumbling.
Yeah, reminiscent of FUT. Highest positions they've been able to reach in the past. That 5th, 6th position. They got to pick it up here, otherwise that's what they're going to be staring at once more. A rinse and repeat of the past. But there is so much to deal with. Like you said, Durka's operator wants them to get around a trap play though. Hold on, Sayonara.
Okay, they need the spark plug here.
That's primed. He really does.
Res goes down.
Take his time with a shot here to Carl Burst. This is engaging. Put to the side. There is that dash.
That's a very disciplined play from Durka. He doesn't go too far for the guy that he knows is there. He waits for the Sage to peek, and then he kills the Sage so they can't get the res. It's really nice from Durka.
This is the ultimate that's supposed to create those advantages from even situations.
Vitality is so fluid
this,
right now. Moving around
not so disciplined.
This is a crazy spot.
Poking over towards
this is not so disciplined from Durka.
Silently jump hopping. He's hoping that they'll be over towards that cat side, but there's 3 players right in front of him. Are they aware of it? Sion pulls out. It's a good trade. Cristali straight on it. Hot on his heels. Still guarded. Forced to offload here.
What a silly position to be playing, dude.
Seconds left.
They're so
what a silly position to play.
They're scared. Tucked into close mid.
They're cowering at this point.
And giving Profek all of this space on A means that Yampi and Kron can double up B. It's really likely that the spike is headed B, but actually instead, looking to go through every piece of Vice utility with 30 seconds.
2 thorns, there's a wall.
Oh my god.
Haven't defaulted
They're going to run out of time here.
What the hell can they even do?
Ooh, they needed that thorns to be popped.
At least 2 players past it. You got a lot to clear here with only 15 seconds left, and Profik, he's still got that main control here.
Oh, Profik, you gotta kill them, man.
Be a nuisance, a thorn in their side. Plant, they'll have to go down here. Cristali.
Oh, that
no
is
from the other side.
actually pretty good for FUT.
3v3, but a post-plant positioning. A lot to account
that is
for.
pretty good for FUT, considering the situation they were in.
They know where Profik is still up towards heaven. It's Chronicle.
No real utility to work with either. They have camera that can watch their heaven.
Recon wasted.
Okay, gets broken.
Feeling pressure now as the door opens up wide. The counter spam.
Ooh, big duel headshot. Profik, you gotta activate, dog.
Position here. Essential still.
I think he played this too.
What is that?
I think he played this too carefully though.
Hunting gearing up for
no
the
time.
Ticking again. Smoke covers it up. The circle shrinking. He's got
to
stick this all the way. There's no real second chance. And oh my!
What?
What's the time?
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I think he played that too carefully.
And it took everything from FUT.
That's Profik's first death. Almost stole it away right from underneath them. That round comes out of attack timeout. I gotta be honest with you, I was worried the entire time that FUT were gonna let it slip away. If they hadn't shock darted the first thorns a tree, the whole round could have been over.
Would have been cooked.
Thankfully, Cristali's got that presence of mind. And a big clutch. They needed rounds on the board. This half is obviously still recoverable. There's so many rounds left to play. It's just been tough so far.
Gearing up. Disrespect shown over towards that A main angle. Calvo still going to be laid down on either side. Deep dash. Forward stop though. He's going to be blinded up here and he needs some help. Already positioned. Accounted for. It's lovely with the movement. Makes it awkward here for Profik and he can't stand up to it.
Back-to-back entries from SOP in these rounds.
Starting to come alive in the final few moments. Right when it was needed, that shock touches cancels out the
Okay,
drone.
breaks the
Unfortunate timing.
drone.
Vitality
But
not
numbers
done yet,
been.
as
Ooh, it's a
blunders
bad
across the
flash.
board. Util blinding up absolutely everyone. Bit of spam. Straight through the floorboards. Chrysali's going to be taken out.
They're
Rezo's there.
all
He's got
heavy.
The rest of this now. Hunter's Fury. Soft forwards, but you burn to a crisp. The wall just cooking them alive here. This is carnage.
Oh, it's a
Chaos.
weird. What are
Trying to
they
thrive in the
doing?
midst of all of it here, but that controlled, tempering aggression, Vitality.
It's a mess. Oh my god, Durka. They have no idea about this guy in hell.
The charge forward and backs turn, but now they know where the last few players remain.
No way. No way. Oh, another knife kill? Dude, what is happening at this tournament?
That's unbelievable.
There's been so many knife kills.
Chaos, 2 players trapped in hell.
There's been so many knife kills at this tournament.
How have they managed to recover this? Vitality knew where they were.
Ridiculous. Just ridiculous.
Slashing away at his former teammate, his old IGL, and comes out on top. A little bit of relief, a little bit of tension dissolved there. 2 nice rounds though, back-to-back from FUT, or at least 2 successful rounds. The first one,
I wasn't gonna
definitely
say
got
it,
out of the
Dark
way.
Void.
Even that one,
I wasn't
they had
gonna
to
say
recover
it.
from being down players.
I'm not
Someone's
British, I'm not
landed
allowed
the
to make
entries
those
to make the
jokes.
rounds winnable to begin with, and they have ideas about how they want to play.
He's only got 2 kills for now, but like you mentioned, they've been pivotal, essentially. Essential rounds where he's entered in and enabled FUT to at least get 2 on the board.
Vitality going to take attack timeout here, but frankly, I think the way that they're playing is working. They might want to adjust something based on that A exec. Coin-based win condition for them might be to try to shut down the A-pop. They've been using Profex positioning over towards Jenny time after time here and relying on his paranoia. But with the way that SOP plays, you know, that dash towards Jenny, hiding inside the Cloudburst, he's not really under that much pressure even when he gets blinded. So I could see them wanting to change things up, and they are going to move Kron over towards the A site.
FUT have been pressured so much despite the win. No players really surviving, so the economy is just a little bit all over the place. SOP will have the knives to play with, but half armor gives opportunities for Durka to thrive. He's not going to be watching for this one, though. He's in the opposite area. This is very fast. Up the gut straight away, just trying to put the pinch on to these anchoring players, but a TP reinforcements arriving towards the top, and there it is with the updraft. Hold on, Yampi's life is going to be claimed, but still with a reveal, and the off angle not expected. Sayonara is doing his best now. Paranoia forwards, but that's an
Ooh, the
activation
lurk.
up towards mid.
They cancel?
Found Durka on the rotate, and
They're trying to cancel.
once more.
Good cancel.
I mean, it could be a good cancel, but it also could be a bad cancel. It's a weird round now. Sayonara.
It's going to be surely meeting. Yeah.
When he gets committing! Because he doesn't want to cancel it and just be right in front of Sayonara.
Ridiculous.
Oh my god, what a crazy round.
3, and now making it
What a
1v3.
crazy round.
Coaches are not going to be happy about this round.
Scrambling. The tension in the air with his team, you can tell.
I feel like they should have
With a
just
knife,
continued
the way
B
the FUT are playing, decision making.
or
all
like
over the
frozen
place.
in front side or something.
It's been
I
such
don't
a
know. I
great
think
run
they got a
forward
little bit
here in
ahead of
London.
themselves, trying to do too
But
much
it
here.
feels like they're losing their heads a bit in this one. The last 2 matches against Vitality, they've all gone to 3. They've all been decided in incredibly close moments.
A nice angle
Fast
from
beat, well,
Sayonara.
not a bad idea, and the decision to cancel is fine. But then each individual player makes such bizarre decisions.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, he's like, what are they doing?
Just landed in his lap. I think this is where you're seeing the experience difference
Like,
between
what is happening in
when
this
they're
round?
playing domestically or where they're playing in a Swiss stage, but keeping up with Vitality. The bright lights are not shining too far in their face. Here, they're crumbling.
The pressure getting way too much. The money's low in a round like this for FUT. Vitality going for an aggro play, mixing it up entirely here. Overwhelmed though in terms of the presence, but still getting 1 troubles. Does give away a gun if they can be reclaimed. All lowered and broken. Profek! My God! It's disgusting work. Guardian in hand. Yedajay looking to see if he can even out the odds. A dash towards the side.
Oh my god, how is he alive?
Durka eventually finalized, and there it is.
Dude, Durka stayed alive for so long. He was doing a Jira Jira.
That smoke from Sociable is supposed to
Jira
let
Jira.
get the weapon, threaten like they could be going out into A, and Prophet just gets on an angle above it and punishes them so hard. Look at these angles. Sociable is greeding for that gun. Prophet stepped up enormously too. He's had maps where he just comes alive. 11-3 right now.
This entire tournament has been having.
Yeah, if Prophet can harness this type of performance on a regular basis, this team becomes way better. Like,
not enough for Vitality to just have Durka and Chronicle
he's a player that I thought was one of the best 2-2 players in Europe. Great coverage from Durka. Discipline from Chronicle.
Shut down. Vitality seemingly one step ahead.
Really nice flash for the refight, but good trade as well to make it possibly winnable.
Durka, you psycho, bro. Actually psycho.
Peels all the way back, FUT being scrambled, put into a blender.
Crostali did not want that fight. He had the spike alone.
This angle by Yampi surely unaccounted for. He's going exploring. Hold up, what's going on here? Go for clearance. Trade there with a swing, but it is tepid, and Profix right there to defend.
I mean, they are very proactive. They are just not letting FUT think.
When you know the other team is terrified of you.
Yeah, they are not letting FUT think at all.
Vitality experience enough that they can sense it. Take full advantage of it. They're taking liberties in this game.
That went through his legs.
Really did.
I can't believe that didn't kill him.
Crostali not going to have too many more chances, I don't think.
He's had 2 rushes with death in this round from Durka.
Yeah, agreed, Kazi.
He's going to need to expend a few more of them, though, if he wants to be able to win this round. FUT needs some kind of miracle moments to come out. From someone. From who?
Anyone at all. Profik. My position here.
Nice.
Crostali, none the wiser. 8-2. Vitality.
Nicely done, Vitality.
I feel like I'm underselling it if I say that they're running away with it, but they really are.
It is defensive side. I will say that.
A lot of the rounds are they're just over immediately. Or at least Vitality get up to such an advantage. You just can't see the way through for FUT.
Don't hunt. Low money as well for us. No point.
Locked in. Chronicles locked in.
Final 2 rounds of the half. If they could recover it here in an 8-4, I think FUT would be dancing in the streets afterwards.
They would be, mate.
That would be a fantastic outcome for them.
8-4 half is the best they can hope for here, and they don't really have the weapons at all. Regardless, another deep dash in. Sop is being left to the more. Against the rifle in the hands of Chronicle, he's willing to just slam them down, dismiss them. It's good fundamental gameplay, just really trying to gear up, and they are completely
just brawling. Yeah, what is that transfer?
All the way down into main, and
oh no, they're getting rolled.
Into mulch. 9 rounds now for
They
Vitality.
are getting rolled.
And looking towards that last round and a half to see if they can put a proper cap on it.
They are getting rolled, man.
FUT coming in, expecting this to be a revenge game. Vitality decided to be more dominant than they have been any time that FUT have played against them.
Yeah. This feels like an experience diff.
Against Heretics too. Something has changed between those playoffs in EMEA. Here to London, Vitality have leveled up.
Yep.
Evolving as a team, looking better and better with each passing game here. Durka forwards being pressured by the Hunter's Fury. Forced to take an unfavored fight. Last hit of that one is going to be doing a decent amount of damage. Chunking him down, but that's a steel gun going to be uploaded already. Poking forwards, Propik! He's having a field day with it. The flash is perfect! It's a good transfer, but Sop is going to be taken down regardless.
It feels like Vitality are just making decisions faster than FUT right now.
Desperate for every single chance they can get. They got to hand the spike over. Zeus will have a res online with this one, but like Ampi.
This is a
Talking
crazy
all the way
move.
through from Chronicle and Durka, but can't forget about this guy. Experience reigning.
I mean, they're never gonna
Totally
suspect the
game
Phoenix
out
has
of the
done
expected at all. They're watching
this.
for it, potentially hearing the sound cues.
Why would the Phoenix have
Side by
ever
side,
come
waiting
all
for
the
the
way
main
around
pressure.
here? That's such a ridiculous.
He's hunting for that early kill, a bit of spam from that shock top pressure, but here we go. Shot accuracy, Sop straight on it. And accounted
Yeah,
for.
you can just see, like, they have no idea. Why would he ever be there? Why would he ever be there? It's such a sick play. It's such a sick decision. Like, it looks really dumb from FUT, but you have to just remember the context of, like, he was seen in heaven, like, maybe 20 seconds before, he would have had to instantly knife out run, which is exactly what he did. He would have to instantly knife out run all the way around to even hit that timing. It's like such an unexpected thing for him to be doing. It's so unexpected.
Unreal stuff. First half from Vitality. It is
that is a ridiculous play.
We're going to hear from
oh my god.
Now in his HyperX play a moment before they look towards that second
That is a ridiculous play.
FaberX definitely started super well. They kind of forced us to do mistakes. We were not coordinated at all on the first map, but going into second map, I knew that we need to reset and fast, because if we don't, FaberX are just gonna run us over on the second map also, just like they did on the first map. So I'm super happy that we could reset on time and play together as a team and actually bounce back on the second map.
Heavy emphasis, heavy stack in middle. Divide is ahead of this by a long way. Yampi looking vulnerable, but gets a gun out in time. Forsaken next to challenge, turns around, sprays there, but Vitality stand. Yampi dampens all of that aggression.
FUT playstyle is a lot of aggressiveness and a lot of unpredictability. The player that stands out the most is Sociable. I watch all of their voice-com videos, and the way he's leading the team, even though like Sociable stats are very good, he's even more impactful player than the stats. So a great IGL can lead the team in every situation, and especially in the toughest moments, need to lead by example and need to make calls that the whole team trusts.
I really like these little debriefs that they've been doing this tournament. It's cool to hear from the players like in between series. I think it's like a nice little addition to the production. Been a big fan. Yeah, I mean, Vitality's not really giving FUT very much time to think. They're kind of smothering them. Like, they're all playing very proactive. They're shrinking the map constantly. Anytime they get information about what FUT is trying to do, they immediately like do some sort of counterplay. So FUT is not really able to play their game at all. It's been a really nice series from Vitality. Actually, they've been looking like very competent
to
today.
represent EMEA as the sole representatives painted out in their compatriots' blood.
Vitality, their whole aim is to just live up to the promise of this roster. And this is the first time that we're seeing it. The dominance that they are showcasing across some of the matches in this tournament starts to show you glimmers of who they can be and the trophies that they're looking to hunt. On the other side, I thought FUT had done so well at shrugging off the pressure that came with being the villains. But we need to see more from them now.
First half looking scared and cowed, but Vitality, let's take a listen in.
3, 2, 1. I'm clearing right. Nothing right. Market, close.
Nice shots.
I don't have smoke. Okay, can you CT away cross? CT Oman. Yes, give me bomb. CT Oman, come hold.
Okay, I'm coming with you.
Guys, let's go. I can go. I'm picking CT with you.
I'll just plant here, guys.
Get offside. Yeah. No, okay, it shouldn't be safe. I'll clear it anyway, Blade, but... No one side. Nothing. Shut the fuck up, you fucking baldy.
By the way, it's planted for you.
Alright. That's what it takes, apparently. That's what it takes, apparently.
Oh, dude.
Okay.
Palms are so funny sometimes, bro.
This one, FUT.
Palms are so funny sometimes, bro.
Completely lost. 11-2 Vitality. They are running away with it.
I was all ready to just talk about how vocal Sayonara is in these comms check-ins.
Jesus.
His experience to the others.
Oh, very vocal.
One enemy remaining.
That pistol should be a death knell for FUT. They're going to force up 4 stingers. Not even really the weaponry that you want on the defense side of Ascent.
Nope.
They're going to have to adjust their setups just to try to create these short-range fights. Vitality, this is a red carpet.
Yeah.
Being rolled out right now, even though they're on the attack side, on their opponent's map pick, on the most defense-sided map we have.
Loose swing. Throw needs to be dealt with, but he's already been pushed off the wall, and you're right, Vitality. This is a red carpet being rolled out for this squad. Set their sights on trophies when they were forming this roster. They haven't been able to live up to it, but they're going to change the history books.
What is their plan here?
This tournament, at least. Going the right way about it.
Double duelist goes to
Looking for a
pressure
date against Leviatan.
tree.
Yeah. And Sayonara up against
And then they're
Neon.
going to go into a B
That
split.
could be an incredible matchup.
Battle of the rookies.
Rookie of the year candidates from each region, I think. We're acting like FUT are out of it.
That's
but
what I mean. I'm not going to try and sell you a bridge. I need a few more rounds before I start talking about them. But they're playing scared.
At the moment, it feels like they think they're out of it too.
Yeah. Seen this fight to be taken, but already one step ahead. The blind
Nice
is
scaling.
good. Ducker still claims the kill forwards. Is it a transfer? Sociable. Evens it out. Trying to play with the back of the pressure. Sop is all the way in, but again,
Slightly misses the timing. It's a nice try, but yeah, Vitality is too clean today.
Entire series long. It's a player advantage here to Vitality. 2v3 now on a retake. Not even the right weapons for the job. Chronicle going to be looking to hold them back at the door. Fadeaway shots and snappy stuff.
Durka and Chronicle are ready to play Paper X again.
He's been a monster today. Durka has been absolutely monstrous.
30 seconds left.
I think it would have been fair to come into this game and you could have had a take. Oh, I actually think that Sop's been performing better. I think Sop's going to bring it to Durka. I think that new rookie energy is going to overpower the legacy player. I wouldn't have said you were stupid for that, but man, Durka is dominating. And he always turns up to global games.
Yeah.
Standing ahead.
One round is all they need at this point. Vitality! With every peak, with every bit of pressure that's placed on the shoulders of FUT, they keep opening up even more mistakes. You can see it in the way that they're playing. It's wide swings, not set up at all. It's death from 1,000 cuts. Vitality perfectly happy to dish this one out. Cristali doing his best. It's 3 quick kills, but immediately evened out. Blade Storm in the hands of Durka. Reclamation there of the spike. Yet a Jado, just 3 HP, and surely can't get it done. Full speed ahead here for Vitality, but a top 4 in their sights minimum.
The Durka that finishes it out? No. Yep, it is. It's Durka who finishes it out. All right.
Goes about saying,
Nicely done, nicely done, nicely done, Vitality. Definitely FUT just ran out of gas. FUT ran out of gas.
EMEA versus EMEA, a rematch, but Vitality just way better this time. The region hasn't lifted a trophy since 2023, but Fnatic is not here in London. Durka and Chronicle still are. The survivors of this EMEA gauntlet, here to remind everybody what that legacy means. Durka was outrageous. And massive credit to FUT, they had a great run. I've enjoyed watching them. The prep work, what they put together, it was very strong. Great performance. I'm looking forward to seeing more of them in EMEA. But my God, they got gapped.
All right, guys. Yep, speedy day. I gotta go to my meeting. Thank you guys for hanging out. I don't know if I'm gonna stream this weekend. I might have some stuff to do, but it's been super fun watching the game. So thank you everybody who's been here. If I'm live this weekend, you guys will know. But if not, enjoy the rest of the tournament.